Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
In the most holy name of Allah, who came to us, the black man and the black woman here in the hills of North America, in the divine person of Master Farad Muhammad, the great Mahdi, and the one God to whom all holy praise is due forever, the Lord of all the worlds. We forever thank him for his coming and for his raising up in our midst a divine leader, a divine teacher, and a divine guide in the personage of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the last and the greatest messenger of Allah. So it is in their two great names that I would like to greet you once again, my beloved black brothers and sisters, in the Nation of Islam's greeting words of peace in the Arabic language, which no matter what anyone tells you is indeed the original language of the original black man. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. For those of you, and I pray that there are at least a few who are unfamiliar with the words Assalamu alaikum. They simply mean, when translated out of the black man's language of Arabic into the white man's language of English, peace be unto you. And if there are indeed a few of you that are not familiar with those words, it may surprise you to learn that those words can be found right in the Bible, that the white man has you convinced is all true and all the word of God. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to say it again. It may surprise you to learn that the Muslim greeting of peace of Assalamu alaikum is indeed in the Bible. You never knew Assalamu alaikum was in the Bible. I was raised in the Christian church like many of you, and I never knew that Assalamu alaikum was in the Bible. The white man knew Assalamu alaikum was in the Bible, but he didn't want you to know. Because if you knew Assalamu alaikum was in the Bible, you might have learned that Jesus was a Muslim and not a Christian. And if you learned that Jesus was a Muslim and not a Christian, you might have abandoned the white man's religion of Christianity and accepted the black man's religion of Islam. Talk black to me. You say, well, where is Assalamu alaikum in the Bible? It's in Genesis, the 43rd chapter and the 23rd verse. And from Genesis 43 and 23 all the way through the Bible, if you did a search, you would find that this greeting is found from the first book of the Bible all the way through the last book of the Bible, which is the book of Revelation. Come on. You all right?
Yes, sir.
Even Jesus used the words Assalamu alaikum. Where? Luke, the 24th chapter, the 36th verse. St. John, the 20th chapter, the 19th verse, and the 21st verse. But there's a trick to it.
Come on.
When you read Assalamu alaikum in the Bible, you read it the way you can't tell that it's Assalamu alaikum.
Come on.
Why? Because it's translated from the black man's language of Arabic into the white man's language of English. So it doesn't say Assalamu alaikum. It says peace be unto you. Well, Jesus never said peace.
Right.
Jesus never said be unto you. Jesus never used these words. These are English words. Even the white man himself, when Jesus was among us, never said, peace be unto you, because there was no English language when Jesus was among us.
Right.
There was no English.
Right.
The country of England did not exist. The language of English did not exist.
Right.
The language of English is a very, very new or young language.
Yes, sir.
It's not a language that Jesus spoke.
Nope.
It's not a language that Moses spoke. It's not the language that Joseph spoke in Genesis 43 and 23 when he greeted his brothers.
Make that point.
Hebrew is an old, ancient language. Aramaic is an old, ancient language. Arabic, no matter what the Afrocentric, the Kemetic, or anybody else wants to tell you, is an old, ancient language.
That's right.
Moses spoke Arabic,
Go ahead.
but Moses spoke ancient Egyptian Arabic. Are y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Well, what do you mean ancient Egyptian Arabic? The Masons and the Shriners
Keep.
have a fraternal order. It's called, let me see if I can remember it correctly. The fraternal order, I believe they started like that, but they say the fraternal order of ancient Egyptian, no, it's the ancient Egyptian Arabic order of free and accepted Masons. Or no, let me get it right now. It's the ancient Egyptian Arabic order of nobles of the mystic shrine.
Okay.
Let me repeat this. The ancient Egyptian Arabic order of nobles of the mystic shrine. Talk back to me. So even the white man admits
Come on.
that there is an ancient Egyptian Arabic.
Mm.
Who spoke it?
Mm.
Moses spoke it.
Right.
Talk back to me.
Mm.
And the Bible begins with the books of Moses.
Okay.
So the Bible begins in the language of Arabic,
Right.
not Hebrew,
That's right.
not Aramaic,
Come on.
Arabic, but ancient Egyptian Arabic. Talk black to me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. See, this is what the pastor in the church needs to be teaching.
Right, bro.
But if the pastor in the church would teach this, it wouldn't be a church. He wouldn't be a pastor. He'd be a minister, and his church would be a mosque or temple.
Come on.
Are y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Listen, Christianity has totally messed up our minds.
Come on.
It has never benefited us.
Come on.
All of the blessings of the white man's Christian religion are kept for the white man. And you and I are constantly getting the short end of the Christian stick.
Right. Right.
Except when the Christian is a police officer.
Right.
We get the long end of the stick.
Hard, too.
The white man lay hands and stick on the black man in the name of Jesus.
That's right.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
And when the white man lay that stick on your head in the name of Jesus, you holler Jesus. Right or wrong?
You right.
Oh, Jesus. All praises due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Arabic is an old, ancient language. English is a new, young language.
Right.
Jesus spoke, according to the white man, Aramaic and Hebrew.
Right.
How do you say peace be unto you in Hebrew? Ashalom aleichem. How do you say peace be unto you in Aramaic? Assalamu alaikum. Sound like assalamu alaikum to me, right or wrong?
That's right. It does.
So the words Jesus actually used in Luke 24 and 36, the words he actually used in St. John 20, 19 and 21, meaning verses 19 and 21 of chapter 20. The words he actually used were assalamu alaikum.
That's right.
How you get a Christian with assalamu alaikum?
Come on.
Talk back to me.
Good question.
How did you get a Christian Jesus using the Muslim greeting with his disciples? How did you get a Jewish Moses?
Right.
Not speaking ancient Egyptian Hebrew, but speaking ancient Egyptian Arabic.
Come on.
Anybody ever heard of the ancient Egyptian Hebrew order of nobles of the mystic shrine? Anybody ever heard of that?
Sir. What, sir?
But you have heard of ancient Egyptian Arabic order,
That's right.
not Hebrew order, Arabic order
Right.
of nobles of the mystic shrine. The white man knows that the true religion of God is Islam.
Yes, sir.
He does not want you to know that the true religion of God is Islam.
Make that plain.
The white man does not want the black man in the religion of Islam because in the history of the white man,
Right.
there is the history of the black man in Islam conquering the white man, ruling the white man, and
Right.
even going as far as enslaving the white man. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You say, well, that was wrong. Really? Who started it?
Go ahead, brother.
Who started it? You have a Bible that says those that lead into captivity shall go into captivity. Who enslaved who first? The white man enslaved us first.
That's right.
Talk black to me. You can go back 6,000 years and find the white man doing with the black man what you find him doing today.
Come on.
So if thousands of years later, the black man got the leg up on the white man and did the same thing to him, so be it, your Bible says.
That's right.
Those that lead into captivity shall go into captivity. Right or wrong?
Right.
Negroes love the Bible until the Bible bears witness against the white man.
Think over that.
Negroes love the Bible as long as the white man is on top and the black man is at the bottom.
That's right.
But when the Bible teaches something that exposes the white man for the devil that the white man is, all of a sudden we don't like the Bible too tough.
Right.
We're looking for another interpretation of the Bible. Right or wrong?
Right.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So when we greet you saying Assalamu alaikum, know that that is the greeting of the prophets of God, because Islam is the religion of God.
That's right.
None of the prophets taught Judaism.
Come on.
None of the prophets taught Christianity.
No, no.
Every one of the prophets was a Muslim.
Everyone.
If Moses was a Jew and Moses' religion was the religion of Abraham, then what was Abraham? Abraham was no Jew.
That's right.
There was no such thing as a Jewish religion during Abraham's time. The white man doesn't even claim Abraham was a Jew.
Come on.
Talk black to me.
Make that plain, brother.
The white man claims Judaism begins with Moses.
That's right.
Huh?
Think over that.
Although it actually doesn't, because Judaism is a name given after Judah.
Come on.
Right or wrong?
That's right.
That's where you get Judaism. You get it from Judah. Talk black to me. a personality in the Bible.
Right.
You got a whole religion named after a man who was a personality in the Bible.
Right.
Talk black to me.
Yes, sir.
Christianity. Moses was no Christian. Abraham was no Christian. Where did Christianity begin? When did Christianity begin? How you get Christianity?
Right.
But see, with the black man, whatever the white man says, that's it.
Prayer book.
That's it. White man, hey, listen. God's religion, starting with Moses, was Judaism. God's religion, starting with Jesus, has been Christianity. Right?
Yep.
Isn't that what he says?
What he said.
Okay, white man. What was God's religion before Moses, since you claim falsely Judah wasn't even here yet? But you claim Judaism started with Moses. Okay, well, since God had a religion before Moses,
Right.
Moses got his religion from his ancestors,
Right.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what was God's religion when Abraham was God's prophet? 300 or more years before Moses. What was God's religion for you Afrocentrics, Chemetics, and you otherwise educated white man's niggas?
Go ahead, brother.
What
That's what
you
they
want,
are.
you want to call Islam, Judaism, and Christianity Abrahamic religion?
Come on. Come on, brother.
That's an educational term.
Mm.
What you mean Abrahamic?
Mm.
That's like calling Islam Mohammedanism.
Right.
Right.
Talk back to me.
What they want to do.
That's like calling Jesus' religion Christianity,
Mm.
because you call Jesus Christ.
Mm.
Like Christ is his last name or something.
Right. Right.
His first name Jesus, his last name Christ. So then you call his religion
Right.
Christianity.
Go ahead, man. Bust that thing up. Bust it up.
So you got Judaism named after somebody before Jesus,
Mm.
Christianity named after Jesus, Mohammedanism named after Muhammad, and you call Judah's religion, Moses' religion,
Right.
Think over that.
you call Judah's religion, Jesus' religion, and Muhammad's religion, that you all have names for, Abrahamic religions.
Mm. That's what they do.
Divide and conquer. Go ahead.
So Abraham has a religion named after Judah. Abraham has a religion named after Christ. Abraham got a religion named after Muhammad.
All
Abrahamic religions.
Come on.
And if you admit that Abraham was a true and righteous servant of God and that Islam is an Abrahamic religion, then how do you come up with the lie that Islam is not the religion of God?
Good question.
Mm.
Any religion of Abraham is the religion of God.
Right.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Here's the problem with that logic. Abraham got his religion from Noah.
Right.
Noah had God's religion before Abraham.
Right.
Noah was God's prophet before Abraham.
Come on.
Are you telling me the religion of Noah was an Abrahamic religion
No.
when there was no Abraham?
Come on.
Of course you are. That's why you're telling me Judaism was Abraham's religion when there was no Judah.
Right.
Mm.
But see, the black man does not care how much sense the white man's nonsense does not make. We don't care.
That's right.
Whatever the white man says, that's just what it is.
That's right, brother.
The white man said.
That's us.
Wow.
But see, the Muslims, the reason you don't like us Muslims,
Come on.
the reason you always, oh, that's that Muslim stuff, is because the Muslim don't trust nothing white folks say.
Come on.
Right.
The Muslim don't accept nothing white folks say.
Right.
Right.
Not without fact checking what the white man say.
Right.
Talk black to me.
Right.
You ain't used to niggas that don't just accept white folks' word on things. We We some strange niggas to
Strange.
question the white man.
How dare you?
Especially the white man in his educational
Right.
institutions. Negro go to college and start studying Egyptology.
Right. Uh-oh.
All of a damn sudden.
Uh-oh.
My goodness, lose mine.
Arabic didn't start till 1500 years ago.
Right. Mm.
But the ancient Egyptian Arabic order of nobles of the mystic shrine know damn well Arabic started before 1500 years ago.
That's right.
Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
We don't accept what the white man said because he said it.
Come on.
We got a brain.
Come on.
That's right.
We can do research just like white folks.
Right.
We can fact check the white man.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, if we had fact checked the white man 500 years ago, we wouldn't be in Atlanta this afternoon.
Right.
Oh.
We didn't fact check that cracker. That cracker said that we would earn gold.
Go.
Wow.
More gold than we were earning in our own country. We didn't fact check the cracker. Next thing you know, we was in the bottom of a ship saying, Lord Jesus.
Yep. Yep. Mm.
Talk back to me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Mm. Speak the facts.
Don't you ever accept what the white man says without fact checking for yourself. Huh?
Right, bro.
Now let's talk about this actual facts, boy. I just gave you some actual facts.
Right.
I just gave you some actual facts about the language of the prophets.
Mm.
I just gave you some actual facts about the God and the religion of the prophets.
Come on.
I just gave you some actual facts about the natural born enemy, the white race of the prophets.
Come on.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir.
In the world, you're going to tell me that Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, all three names you gave to the true religion of God, which is Islam. You're going to tell me they're Abrahamic religions, but Noah taught that religion before Abraham. There were prophets before Noah who taught the religion before Noah taught the religion. Why don't you just call the religion what it is? The religion of submission to, obedience to God. Period. You know why you won't call it that? Because the Arabic word for it is Islam.
Come on. Hey.
Entire submission to the will of God.
Right.
If you can put your religious bias to the side, entire submission to the will of God.
Come on.
Isn't that what the Bible teaches?
That's right.
Why did you stop? I want you to let that sink in. The Bible teaches this. Trust in the Lord and lean not unto thine own understanding.
Come on.
Trust in the Lord and lean not unto thine own understanding. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Brother Javon?
Yes, sir.
Trust in the Lord
Mm-hmm.
and lean not unto thine own understanding. What principle of Islam does that deal with?
Believe in unseen.
What principle of Islam, though? Of the 5 principles, which one does that deal with?
Mm.
Little FOI class for a minute. Yes, sir.
Believe in Allah, the one the messenger represents.
Nope.
Principle
Brother Gerard got it.
Principle number 2, sir.
Number 2.
Right. Oh, okay. Divine revelation. Okay.
You know what vehicle he drive? You can get them tires. If, you if he'd have got me, I'd. Or you can just key it. Principle number 2.
Right.
To believe in divine revelation and the hereafter, but in particular, to believe in divine revelation.
Right.
What you mean, trust in the Lord and lean not unto thine own understanding? Well, if I'm not going to go with my own understanding of things
I got you.
and I'm going to trust in the Lord instead, how am I going to do that? I'm going to do that by trusting in divine revelation, meaning I'm going to make my judgments, as the Holy Quran teaches, judged by that which Allah has revealed.
Right.
Are you listening to me?
Yes,
Put
sir.
your own self in.
The reason the world is in the trouble that it's in right now
Right.
is because man is self-willed,
Right.
does not want to trust in the Lord, but wants to lean unto his own understanding.
Right.
We don't want to submit to the will of God as reflected in the scriptures of the prophets of God. We have divine guidance, but we don't want divine guidance. We take our low desires for God. Talk black to me.
That's right.
No good. All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
Trust in the Lord and lean not unto thine own understanding. That means believe in divine revelation and the hereafter. Why is the hereafter important to believe in? Because it is belief in the hereafter that makes man feel accountable for his actions. Belief in a day coming where God will judge man based upon whether he has submitted to his will or rebelled against it. That's what makes us accountable. And so in the Christian church, you have the term God-fearing.
Right.
In the Bible, it says the fear of God is what? The beginning of knowledge.
Yeah.
The fear of God deals with principle number 2, to believe in the hereafter. Fear that when the day comes for the removal of this world, that you might not see the hereafter but be destroyed with this world. It makes you keep yourself together.
Right.
Talk black to me.
Check this out.
But when you believe that there are no consequences for your actions, in spite of the fact that you'll say yourself, what goes around comes around. But when you believe that you can do whatever you want to do, whether God said do it or not, and there's no God that's going to hold you accountable, then you lean unto your own understanding and you get yourself into a hot mess. Talk black to me. Everybody still all right?
Yes, sir.
Why are you going into this? Well, today we have, as I always say, we have a treat. We have a guest minister who is going to be delivering the main lecture for the day. Minister Kevin Ali is here visiting with us from Charlotte, North Carolina. And he's going to take you further in to the preliminary remarks that I'm making. He's going to take you further into the life-giving teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Hopefully, I have made you at least one time say, never thought of it like that. Well, Minister Kevin is going to give you a whole bunch more of those moments. Your head is going to be hurting by the time this meeting is over.
Yes, sir.
Because you're going to learn more today. Please don't think that's that Muslim stuff. You are going to learn more today about God, about religion, about black history, and the white man. You're going to learn more today in the short time that you're going to be with us than you have learned your whole life.
That's right.
sitting up under that black Christian preacher. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Now quickly, over to my left, you see the actual facts board. You see the flag of America and you see the flag of Islam.
Right.
Under the flag of America, you see the word slavery. Why wouldn't you see the word slavery under the flag of America? What are you doing here?
Right.
It's slavery.
First up.
Under the flag of America, you see suffering. Why would you not see suffering under the flag of America? What have you experienced every day of your black life under this flag? Suffering. Right or wrong?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Under the flag of America, you see death. Right or wrong? And under the word death, you see the cross, which is the sign of the white man's Christian religion. Right? What does the white man teach you happened on that cross? That Jesus was hung on the cross. Well, next to the cross, you see two black men hanging from a tree.
Right.
Right or wrong? What does the Bible refer to the cross as? A tree.
Right.
Isn't the cross made from the tree?
Yes.
The cross is wood, it ain't aluminum.
Right.
Anybody ever seen an aluminum cross?
No.
How the hell you gonna take a nail and nail Jesus' hands into an aluminum cross? It's wood. Y'all all right?
Right.
The Bible says, cursed be he that hangeth from a tree. And it's referring to Jesus when it says that. Huh? Yes, Christian theology teaches that Jesus broke the curse of the law.
Right.
The law says, cursed be he that hangeth from a tree. But they say Jesus was hung on the cross, and so therefore, since Jesus was hung on the cross and rose up to heaven, he broke the curse of the law. That's Christian teaching. Are y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we see two black men hanging from the tree. Uh-oh. And those two black men symbolize all of us as black people. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
That's what it's there for. It is to symbolize the slavery, the suffering, and the death that we as black people have experienced under white people. Look at them damn devils up under that tree.
Pardon.
Look at those devils under that tree. Did you know that flyers, advertisements were made
Right.
to let as many white people know that there was going to be a lynching that day, inviting them to come and enjoy the event?
Right.
That's why there's so many there.
Come on.
White folks used to bring peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. White folks used to bring all kinds of picnic food
Right.
to enjoy a lynching
Right.
as if it was some kind of festival of
Right.
Yes.
some sort.
Right.
Yes.
Real talk. Yep.
I hate teaching this. You know why? Because when I teach this, everybody's supposed to wake up.
Go ahead.
But I can teach this all day long.
Nah, they won't get it.
You won't even listen to the rest or view the rest of the lecture. You just on the camera now because you ain't got nothing better to do. The minute something distracts your attention, you gone. And however long it holds your attention, you'll stay gone. But I just stood here and told you that the way you have a house party, the way you have a picnic, the way you have a cookout. See, niggas think fun is throwing some burgers or some hot dogs and unfortunately some ribs.
Right.
Throwing some ribs on the grill. Listen to me. White folk felt that fun was throwing some niggas on a tree.
Go ahead.
That's the difference between them, you, and me. You think fun is barbecuing hamburgers on a grill. The white man felt fun was barbecuing niggas on a tree. You do
Right.
realize when they lynched us, they burned us as well.
Right.
Right.
We don't realize that.
Mm-mm.
The white man would tie us to the tree, pile leaves up around our feet, ankles, and the bottom of our legs. He would douse the leaves in gasoline, set the leaves on fire. So you're tied to the tree, and the white man is burning your legs in fire, literally barbecuing you in fire.
Mm.
And as that fire began to go down, he would pile more leaves, set that on fire. He would burn a black man, maybe even a black woman, burn you all the way up. Like you were a hot dog, like you were a spare rib, like you were a hamburger. That's the difference between black people and white people. We barbecue meat on the grill. They barbecue niggas on the tree. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
That's why above the American flag you have Christianity. Those are Christians. I guarantee you 90+% of them damn devils in this picture on Sunday afternoon at 11 o'clock were in a church.
Mm.
Yep.
That's right.
That ain't Muslim stuff. Listen, when these lynchings took place, it wasn't now, today.
Right.
This was decades ago. Y'all young people don't know nothing about how important church was back then.
Right.
You don't give a damn about church today.
Right.
But in the 1950s, the number one influence
Community.
on society was the church. What you know about some 1950s? Hell, I wasn't even born to the 60s. Y'all all right?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Right.
So you automatically look back in history as if it was the way things are today. No. In the 1950s, even going into the 1960s, Sunday morning at 11 o'clock, everybody was at church.
Everybody. That's right.
Well, nobody's sitting around doing the things y'all do today. The church was important then.
Right.
Talk black to me. These are white Christians burning and lynching black Christians.
Mm-hmm.
So in the religion of Christianity, that's us. In the religion of Christianity, under the government of America, slavery, suffering, death,
Come on.
hanging from the trees of white Christians in the name of Jesus.
Come on.
Now, on the other side of the board, you have the religion of Islam. You know what Islam is. That's that stuff you don't want. Talk black to me. That's that stuff when mama and them, when auntie,
Yep.
when they find out you listening to some of that, they get all crazy.
Can't come to their house.
What? You better not tell none of the women in your family, especially the ones that got some age on them. You better not tell them you've been listening to no Muslims.
Come on.
Because they think, Lord have mercy.
We done lost one.
Lord have mercy. You
Good
left
Lord.
Jesus. You listening to that old Mohammed.
Yeah.
Talk black to me. You see the flag of Islam. Under that flag, you see the words freedom, justice, equality. What do you like better? Slavery or freedom?
Freedom.
Suffering or justice?
Justice.
Death or equality? Why will you not accept the religion of Islam where you are guaranteed freedom, justice, and equality and stay in the religion of Christianity where you have received nothing but slavery, suffering, and death? Why? Because the white man said so. Now, how many of us have heard the term God don't like ugly?
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, we've all heard the term God don't like ugly. Right or wrong?
Right.
Okay. If God don't like ugly, slavery, suffering, death, and the hanging of people and burning people on trees is an ugly thing to do, what makes you think God is just going to just chill forever? What makes you think God is going to forgive the white man for what you see going on in that picture? I'll tell you what makes you think God is going to forgive the white man for that, because he hasn't punished him yet. So you think.
Right.
So you think. God has been smacking these crackers around for years.
That's right.
The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, teaching in 1972, talked about the 7 angels that are going to eat this white man alive. Are you listening to me? He said the 7 angels are like 7 hungry cats. Huh? And the white man is like a mouse. And he said the white man is not enough of a meal for just one of them cats. Talk black to me.
Listen.
He said they're snacking on a few of them now. Talk black to me.
Right.
When you see hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, all forms of natural disasters attacking America, costing America billions of dollars, and destroying some of America's lives, that's God snacking on a few of these crackers right now. Are you listening to me? You go to the Indian restaurant, you don't start out with no damn lamb Rogan Josh.
No, sir.
You go to the Indian restaurant, you don't start out with no chicken sagwala.
Get hungry there.
Huh?
Yeah, right.
Get hungry.
You go to Olive Garden, you don't start out with no Parmesan of any kind, no chicken Alfredo or whatever.
No.
You start out with salad and breadsticks.
Right.
Talk black to me.
Appetite.
When you go to different restaurants, you start out with soup and salad.
Right.
Right or wrong?
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay, God is starting on the white man with the salad and the breadsticks. Talk back to me. When you see God striking America with these plagues of natural disasters, that's God having some salad and some breadsticks. He getting ready for the big meal. Are you listening to me? A whole lake of fire to burn America to ashes. Are you listening?
Listen.
Okay. So if God don't like ugly, he gonna do something about ugly. What's God gonna do about ugly? God is gonna make war with ugly. What's the name of the war that God is gonna make in the last days with ugly? Armageddon. So the question is asked, which one, the American flag or the flag of Islam, will survive the war of Armageddon? Now I know some niggas somewhere with some dreadlocks. I know there's a nigga somewhere with some flip-flops. I know there's a nigga somewhere with a gown and some damn slides. Talk black to me. I know there's a nigga somewhere with an African or Caribbean accent. I can't stand you. You make me want to hang you from a tree. You stupid black so and so and so and so. You say, neither one. You're an idiot. Are you telling me that the flag of America will outlast the flag of Islam. So you're telling me that when America no longer exists as a nation, Islam will no longer exist as a religion? You stupid. Islam has lasted for hundreds of years. And we have seen nation after nation after nation after nation fall, be destroyed, go out of existence, and that flag of Islam is still there. What makes you think that a day ain't coming where that flag of Islam will still be flying over the Muslims that believe in Islam, and there will be no more America? That makes no sense.
Right.
Not to mention the fact that the flag of Islam is the flag of the sun, the moon, and the stars. How many nations, empires, and peoples have passed away and the sun is still up there?
Unbelievable.
The moon is still up there.
Right.
The stars are still up there.
Unbelievable.
What nation can last longer than the sun, moon, and stars?
None.
And if the sun, moon, and stars are going to outlast any nation, how can a religion, the symbols of which are the sun, moon, and star, not outlast that nation?
Oh, yeah.
Good question.
It makes no sense.
Come on.
All right. So the war of Armageddon is the war between God and the devil, evil and righteousness, truth and falsehood. And America will not survive it.
Come on.
How do we know? In the Islamic world, you will find much more truth than you will find falsehood.
Right.
In the Christian West, you will find much more falsehood than you will find the truth.
Come on.
When did you start learning the truth of black history? The Muslims. Y'all all right?
Right. Yes, sir.
Who taught you falsehood about black history? The Christians. Right or wrong?
Right.
So if truth is going to go to war against falsehood, and Islam represents more truth than Christianity and the West represents, then the West will not survive it. Islam will survive a war where the truth is established because Islam is true. Am I making any sense whatsoever?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So since we know that the sun, moon, and star will outlast the stars and the stripes, why not accept Islam? Well, why hasn't the white man been punished?
Right.
Why are we still in the condition that we're in? You know, the average Negro, yes, Negro, the average Negro will say things like, whenever white folks is doing black folks wrong, it's always going to be like that. Man, the white man always going so-and-so. Man, we always going to have to so-and-so.
That's what they say.
You crazy as hell. What kind of sick nigga defeatism are you verbalizing? Like we always gonna have to suffer at the hands of the white man. That is the stupidest thing that I've ever heard in my life. But you believe it, some of you, because look how long we have been. Well, if you look at the white man's flag, you see the science of the white man's government and the science of religion. You see 6 white stripes, right?
Come on.
Okay. Why are there 6 white stripes? It's right in the Bible. The 6 white stripes represent the 6,000 years that white people were given authority by God to do the evil to black people that they have been doing.
Yes, sir.
Are you all listening to me? And in Christianity, you have a denomination called the Seventh-day Adventists. Right or wrong?
Yes.
What you mean the Seventh-day Adventists? Advent means coming. So Seventh-day Advent means the coming on the 7th day. Well, who's coming on the 7th day? Who's been there for the 6 days previous to the 7th day? The 6 days previous to the seventh day are the days that were given evil to rule. But on the seventh day, God comes to crush evil. Christ crushed evil and reestablish righteousness. You all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's why you have 7 red stripes in the flag. Red is the color of truth. So on the seventh day, the God of truth comes and crushes the world of falsehood. You got a blue square in the white man's flag. Blue is the color of untruth. Your blood looks blue, cut it, cut yourself, you bleed red. Sky looks blue, you get up there, ain't no blue sky. The sea looks blue, you go down there, ain't no blue water. Talk black to me. But the sun, which is a red ball of fire, gives everything its true color. All you have to do is expose it to the light and you'll see the true color of anything. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
So you have 7 red stripes encasing 6 white stripes. And in the Bible, it says 6 days shalt thou labor, but on the 7th day thou shalt rest from all thy labor that thou hast done. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
In 2 Peter 3 and 8, it tells you what a day is in the Lord, 1,000 years. So 6 days shalt thou labor means 6,000 years you got to do your work of evil. But on the 7th day, there will be the advent, there will be the coming of God, and all your wickedness will be judged and removed. Are you listening to me?
Right.
The only reason we have suffered what we have suffered under the white race for the time we have is because they were given time for us to suffer.
That's right.
All praises be to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. But they were sent prophets who taught them that on the 7th day, that's it. You will not continue to do unpunished what you have been doing for the previous 6 days. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Do you see a moon in the white man's flag?
No.
Why? Because the moon is a symbol of equality and the star is a symbol of justice. So when you put a moon next to a star, that means equal justice. Ain't no equal justice under the American flag.
Nope.
There's no equal justice under the white race world over.
Right.
Talk back to me. But there's a day coming where there will be equal justice for all in the light of the sun. And that's why the background is solid red in the Islamic flag. There will even be justice given equally to members of the white race of devils who accept righteousness over wickedness. Uh-oh. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
There will be some white people who will escape the judgment of the whole white race. They will see the hereafter because good is rewarded no matter what your color.
Yeah.
Talk black to me.
Yes, sir.
But there won't be an integrated hereafter.
Come on.
For all you Muslims with this human family of the planet
Oh
Earth
my
crap.
God.
White folks will see the hereafter, but we will not be integrated. White folks will be blessed in the hereafter, but not equal with black folks. White folks will go to their own, we will go to our own. White folks who accept righteousness will be given an extension of time of 100 years, maybe more than 100 years, perhaps even 1,000 years. But they cannot go past 1,000 years. Did I say the white man has another 1,000 years?
No.
No.
I said the white man will be given an extension of time. I don't know how long the time will be extended. White folks don't know how long the time will be extended. I am simply saying whatever amount of time they will be given as an extension, it will not go beyond 1,000 years. And the whole time of that extension, they will have no power. They will have no authority. They will have no rule over the black man. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Black people will be ruling the earth. White people will just be living on it. And it won't be but a few of them. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
They will live out their time in their own land. And I got to put that in quotes because the whole earth belongs to us. They will live out their own time in the area of land that has been assigned to them. We, on the other hand, will be ruling
That's right.
among ourselves. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah.
All right, we dealt with Assalamu alaikum, right?
Yes.
We dealt with the actual facts board, right?
Yes.
Already you have learned more than you will learn in a whole year, probably a whole decade going to church. You go to church, they're going to sing you to death. Talk back to me.
That's right, brother.
All you going to get in churches, right? You're going to get a little bit of preaching and right? Talk back to me. They're going to sing you to death.
They're gonna keep
Then they're going to give you about 2 or 3 minutes of Jesus. And by the time you get some, you get hooped, you get hollered.
Thank you.
And don't let them take you downstairs in the basement for some pork chops and some ribs. Don't let them take you down in the basement for no collard greens and neck bones. Talk black to me. By the time you get fed all that crap, you feel so good, but you learn nothing. Well, my church, we have a word ministry. Really?
Really?
You got a word ministry, huh?
Yes, sir.
You got a word ministry and you hardly know any more of the word than the non-word ministry. Talk black to me. Now, as I said today, Minister Kevin Ali is going to take you further into the life-giving teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad that open your eyes to things that the Christian pastor never has. The Christian pastor is what Jesus described as the blind who leads the blind. You are blind because your pastor is blind. How can he open your eyes when his own eyes are not open?
Right.
Talk black to me. The only way your pastor's eyes are open is if your pastor is a Mason or Shrine. So his eyes are open, but he has taken an oath of secrecy. He can't open yours.
Right.
That's why when he wears his fez, there's a sword above the sun, moon, and star. He can't open your eyes to the light of the star and crescent. He can't open your eyes to that. But most pastors are not that. They're just as blind as you are. And if the blind lead the blind, they shall both fall into what? The ditch. And you in the Christian church have been in the ditch of hell, listening to pastors holler and hoop about Jesus ever since you've been in the white man's religion of Christianity. But the religion of Islam, and listen well, as it is taught by Elijah Muhammad, that religion will open your eyes. That religion will wake you up. That religion. And for the lying scammer, Umar Johnson.
Oh, God.
The lying scammer, Umar Johnson, that you sick, silly niggas think is somebody you supposed to listen to. You know, I'm minding my own business.
Go ahead.
So I'm on YouTube. and I'm not signed in because I'm not on my own computer. I'm on somebody else's computer, so I'm not signed in. All right, when you're not signed in and you go on YouTube and you want to find a lecture by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you put in the search engine Elijah Muhammad. If you were signed in, you already know where the lecture you're looking for is. All you got to do is go to your history.
Right.
All right? Now, for the past probably 2 weeks, I've been listening to nothing but Savior's Day 1967. So that's what I was looking for. If I was signed in, I could have went in my history, went down just a couple of videos and started playing. I wasn't signed in. So I have to put Elijah Muhammad, 1967, whatever. Okay. All these different results show up. And one of the results is a short video that says controversy over the Nation of Islam.
Amen.
And it has Umar Johnson's face on the video.
Amen.
Now, the video is a year old or more. I think it was June 2023. Now, I didn't know this nigga was running his mouth. Crazy. I didn't know. I'm minding my own business. Ain't nobody thinking about this cokehead fool.
Go ahead.
I'm minding my own business. Squatting in a Vando so-called school. I'm minding my own business. Listen, I'm going too long. Please forgive me. But listen, this nigga's been donating to this Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy
Years.
for so many years that their young boys that they were hoping were going to go to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy are about to graduate school. Not undergraduate.
No lie, no lie.
Not undergraduate.
No lie.
They have already gotten their undergraduate degree. They about to get a graduate degree now. How stupid do you niggas feel? Talk black to me. Your son was 8 years old when you started donating to this nigga school, thinking your son was going to be going there. Now your son is a freshman in college. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And you such an idiot, you don't feel stupid yet. That's a nigga. No matter how wrong a nigga is and how long a nigga is, still don't feel stupid. That's just the way we are. Look now. So, the African accent having nigga. Yup. What about the Nation of Islam? I can't do his accent. I can't. He asked him about the Nation of Islam. So Umar says there are differences. The Nation of Islam operates on a religious paradigm. I've heard that before. In a gown and some slides and some dingy socks. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
The Nation of Islam operates on a religious paradigm. No religion is going to save black people. Only black people can save black people. What the hell does that mean? What does that mean? See, the same niggas that will accept that Noah had an Abrahamic religion 300 years before Abraham was born, because the white man says so, are the same dumb niggas who will listen to Umar Johnson say that and not question.
Right.
But a Muslim is like, nigga, what the hell are you talking about? What does that mean? You think you just said something, but you didn't say nothing. Nigga, just say no to drugs. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Only black people can save black people. How many black people are non-religious? Hello? The overwhelming majority of black people, wherever you find them on earth, are either Muslims or Christians. The overwhelming majority of black people, Africa, the diaspora, you name it, are either Muslims or Christians. What's this jackass, cokehead nigga talking about? Only black people are going to save black people. The Nation of Islam operates on a religious paradigm. You son of a nigga. The overwhelming majority of black people all over the world operate on a religious paradigm. So if black people are going to save black people, then a religious paradigm is going to be involved. What day do you think is going to come where the overwhelming majority of black people are not operating on a religious paradigm?
Never.
So, Umar, you don't operate on a religious paradigm, but you represent a people who operate on a religious paradigm. The Nation of Islam operates on the same paradigm of the people we're trying to save. You, on the other hand, operate on a paradigm other than the paradigm of the people you claim to be trying to save. So who's right and who's wrong? This nigga is like a cat trying to save kittens in a dog kennel, talking about he's operating on a dog paradigm. If you're going to save kittens in a dog kennel, you better be operating on a cat paradigm, because the kittens in the dog kennel are operating on a cat paradigm. How you going to relate to people if you want a whole different paradigm than the one that they're on? Black people are religious by nature. You're never going to get black people away from religion. You're wasting your time. We are religious by nature. You like an idiot talking about race first and Afrocentricity, talking about West Africa when 90+% of West Africa is Muslim.
Unbelievable.
But you teaching against Islam, talking about repatriating to West Africa where Islam is the dominant spiritual paradigm.
Go ahead.
You're an idiot. But you can't see that you're an idiot because you're jealous of Islam. You can't cut the mustard with Islam, so you went Afrocentric. Now you're trying to raise that above Islam. But the only place you can go with your African whatever is Islam. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So he says, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been da da da. Here we go. Now you're trying to use tactics. You know, build somebody up while you criticizing them to soften the blow of your criticism. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been this, that, and the other, blah, blah. How the hell is Farrakhan honorable? Where does this nigga get an honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan? Minister Louis Farrakhan sold us out years ago. And he continues to sell us out today. Ain't nothing honorable about no damn Farrakhan. What are you talking about? Talk black to me. All right. So the Honorable Louis Farrakhan has been a consistent voice for so long and blah, blah, blah. What do you mean a consistent voice? The nigga spent 20 years teaching Elijah. Then he spent 3 years teaching Wallace. Then he bucks Wallace and starts teaching Elijah mixed with Wallace. Then he mixes into his Elijah that's already mixed with Wallace. He starts mixing Christianity into it. Later on, he starts mixing Scientology into it. The man is all over the map. How do you use the word consistent with Farrakhan?
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot. There's nothing consistent about Farrakhan. He has flipped so many scripts so many times, it's ridiculous. But because he's so popular, at least was so popular, his popularity has declined so precipitously, it's ridiculous. But he was so popular, you don't want to admit it. Okay. So he says, I'm a Pan-Africanist. They are not. Meaning the Nation of Islam. They're not Pan-Africanists. This is your mind on drugs.
Right.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Look at this. What do you see on one side of the newspaper? An African.
Yes, sir.
What you see on the other side of the newspaper? Another African.
Go ahead.
What you see the two Africans doing?
Class.
Clasping hands across the Atlantic Ocean. That's not Pan-Africanism?
Go ahead.
I mean, listen,
Yes, sir.
Umar got his consciousness from his father, but the nigga got daddy issues. Most biatch-made niggas got daddy issues. That's why they so chick-made in the first place. You got issues with your father. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I ain't got no issues with my dad. Me and my pop's cool as hell.
Go ahead.
That's why I'm not as stupid as some of you. You need to get the hell off your father. Leave your father alone. Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
Typical average nigga worship his mama, don't give a damn about his daddy. Mother's Day is a big day. Father's Day don't mean a damn thing. You score a touchdown. Hi, Mom. What you mean, hi, Mom? Where Pop?
Right.
You act like your mother the reason you scored that touchdown. Nigga, them legs that powered yourself through that defensive line, you didn't get them from your mama, nigga. You got that from your dad.
Go ahead.
Talk black to me.
That's right.
That arm that allowed you to throw that ball 50 yards, you didn't get that from your mama, nigga. You got that from your father.
Go ahead.
But you get there, and when you get success based on what your father gave you.
Go ahead.
Hi, Mom. Chick-made nigga. You get on my goddamn nerves. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise once again is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah. Why the hell is the Nation of Islam not Pan-Africans? I didn't say how is Farrakhan not. I didn't say how is Final Call Incorporated not. I said how is the Nation of Islam not Pan-Africans?
Right.
The Nation of Islam is militant black nationalists, radical black separatists, and revolutionary Pan-Africanists. Period. I don't give a damn what this cokehead nigga in his abandoned building so-called school have to say. How do you come up with that? Let me tell you. You get a nigga shaker.
Right.
And you sprinkle as much nigga as you can over it, then all of a sudden the Nation of Islam is not Pan-Africans. Stupid as hell. But the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, don't be ashamed of the kinky wool on your head. Be proud of it. Because that's the hair of the next ruler.
Come on. Come on.
That's the hair of the next ruler.
That's right.
The messenger said for 50,000 years, we have not had our day. We who? The kinky haired one.
Go ahead.
We are now the ones that God has chosen to rule the new world order.
Yes, sir.
But we are the particular kinky-headed ones that will be resurrected first. We will be the ones that will be instrumental in resurrecting the rest. And then all of the kinky-head ones are going to rule.
Come on.
That's not Pan-Africanism?
Come on.
The hell is wrong with you? Ain't nothing but fat noses, bubble lips,
Right.
and nappy hair on our paper.
Come on.
Nobody with black skin and good hair is even on the paper.
Go ahead.
It's all nappy head, big nose, trucklet niggas. That's all that's on the paper. And that represents the new world order. How are we not Pan-Africans?
Right. Yeah.
Shake enough nigga on.
Come on.
Now, when I was in the office,
Yes,
I
sir.
told Minister Kevin, I said, my plan. I said, my plan, and I repeat, I said, my plan is to keep it as simple as possible
Come on.
and not get minister's mouth. You know why I said that, brother minister? Because I know me. I'm going to come up here and talk too damn long.
Best laid plans.
The best laid plan. Boy, if you want to make God laugh, just tell him what your plan is. Listen, I hope you got something from what I have had to say.
Teach.
And again, I didn't mean to go so long today. But at this time, before I start going again, I want to ask you,
Come on.
take the time, sit back, relax, hear what Minister Kevin Ali has to say. This is the man who trained me in the ministry. You don't like when I say that, but it's the truth.
Teach.
Hmm?
Teach.
When I was a broken-hearted former follower of Louis Farrakhan, who believed in the teachings of the messenger but didn't know what to do about it.
Come on.
It was through meeting Minister Kevin and being trained in the ministry of the messenger,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
together with ministers of the messenger like David Bachai and John Muhammad. It was through the training that I received from those ministers
Yes, sir.
that I was able to screw my head back on, get my legs back strong,
Go ahead.
and be here where I am today.
Go ahead.
So put your black hands together and let's welcome Minister Kevin Ali to the roster.
Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
In the name of Almighty God Allah, who came to you and I in the person of one Master Farad Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever. The beneficent, the merciful Savior. We can never thank him enough for his coming. And we can never thank him enough for raising in our midst a divine leader, teacher, and humble guide. His messenger to us all, the honorable and humble Elijah Muhammad. I greet you once again in our nation's greetings of peace and of paradise of Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, sir.
All praises are due to Allah for the honorable Elijah Muhammad. You know, I was sitting back there in the office with Brother Minister Muhammad, listening to him tell that lie. I'm not going to be long. He lying again. I sat right there next to Brother Darrell. I said, here we go again. Stealing my lecture. So I'm sitting there trying to rewrite my lecture as I'm sitting there, as he's stealing it. Well, fortunately, Allah has plenty to teach us.
Go ahead.
And no matter how hard Minister Muhammad tried, he can't steal it all. All praises are due to Allah for the honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Teach.
We are here today and every Sunday and every time you see a follower of the honorable Elijah Muhammad to represent to you the truth that God gave to the honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
And when we say God, when we say Allah, we mean Master Farad Muhammad. Master Farad Muhammad. And that's how we say it.
Come on.
I don't know who y'all are running around here calling the God and pronouncing his name other than the way the messenger gave us to
Go
pronounce it.
ahead. Teach. Teach.
Like he didn't know how to say the God's name. Farad,
Yes, sir.
even though it's spelled in English, F-A-R-D. I ain't no Arabic scholar.
Come on.
I don't speak a word of Arabic. Probably never will. Well, I won't say never because those of us who make it out of here are going to be trained for 20 years in Egypt.
Right.
How to rule. But in English, you spell it F-A-R-D. But that ain't how you pronounce it. You pronounce it as if it was F-A-R-A-D or F-A-R-O-D. Farad.
Make it plain.
How do we know this? Because that's how the messenger said.
That's right.
He's our leader. He's our teacher. He's our guide.
Yes, sir. Teach.
But some of you let a Johnny come late. Spook worshiper. Come in here and tell you, oh no, that's nothing made to say that name. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to Ibn Khaldan, and you got a nigga with an Arabic accent now, born in Chicago. Said he talked to some Arab, said, no, that's not the right way to say his name. Listen to this. The two men that Minister Muhammad just stood here and said helped to establish this temple and train us both, Minister David Bacha and Minister John Muhammad.
Right.
They both have daughters. And one of the daughters that they both have, each one has a daughter named, you know this right, Minister Muhammad? And her name is spelled, both their names, Minister John Muhammad's daughter, Minister David Bacha's daughter. Their daughters' names are spelled M-A-R-Y-U-M. Okay, how does Minister John Muhammad pronounce that? How does he pronounce his daughter's name? He pronounced his daughter's name Mariam. How did Minister David Bacha with the daughter with the same spell name, how did they pronounce that daughter's name? Well, even closer, they said the messenger said Maryam.
Go ahead.
M-A-R-Y-U-M. This family said it's pronounced Mariam. And they're right. That's their daughter. Another family over here, Bacha, said it's pronounced Mayam. And guess what? They right. That's their daughter.
Come on.
But when it comes to God and the man who spent 3 years and nearly a half with him, you think if he mispronounced his name, you think that God didn't correct him and say how to pronounce his name?
Come on.
But now you're going to let a spook worshiper from the east come and tell you that your God's name is not pronounced Farad. You're a jackass.
That's right.
And your minister's a jackass.
Go ahead.
Why you let them change the God's name when we got the messenger of God, his second self, saying it and telling us how to pronounce it?
That's right.
Even correcting some Japanese interviewers who were trying to pronounce it correctly.
That's correct.
And he said, no, it's Farad.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
But your man knows better than God's man. Why? Because he's famous. Well, hell, let Puff Daddy teach the temple lectures then. He's more famous than him.
As you were, sir. Cal.
Let Shaq come in here and teach the lecture. He's more famous than all of us.
Come on.
No, it's not fame that God chooses. It's not a good speaker that God chooses.
Tell it, brother.
It's not this one or that one or whatever one that the media puts forth that God chooses.
That's right.
God said, rest of you students, you put up here who you want to teach. You put up here who you think is the best teacher. Go ahead, have your turn. And now I'm going to put up here who I think is the best teacher. God said this.
That's right.
Elijah, come up to the front. The rest of y'all done picked everybody but Elijah. Now I'm picking. I'm choosing. He my man. He my messenger. I came 9,000 miles to find him.
Tell it, brother.
Even though I already knew where he was. Thank you, brother. Yes, sir. What you mean you came 9,000 miles to find him and you already knew where he was? Yes, because most black people don't understand scripture. You think scripture is some type of linear equation. Bible and Quran are not put together in a linear fashion.
Right.
Bible and Quran are not put together in a one-to-one relationship fashion. One man or one character has many names in the Bible.
Right.
One messenger, one God, one people, one nation has many names in the Bible.
That's right.
But you and I have never been taught that. Why? Because the one who put us in this condition, wants us to remain confused.
That's right.
Wants us to be unclear who we are.
That's right.
What our position is, and why we are the object of God's desire. We are the object of God's affection. And we are the reason that God will seek his vengeance on this country called
Come on,
America.
brother.
But you don't want to believe that. You'd rather believe Charlton Heston. What y'all know about Charlton Heston? What y'all know about Cecil B. DeMille? What y'all know about Yul Brynner? See? I play gangsters most of the time, see? But in this one big movie, you see, I'm going to be a gangster in this movie, see? What y'all know about that? The Caucasian people know all about it. Yes, sir. That's why they put that movie out, The Ten Commandments, in 1955, ironically corresponding to the 400-year prophecy of your and my enslavement.
Come on. Come on.
Because they, white people, are not dumb. You are. I am. Until we heard the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
And he opened up our deaf ears.
Yes, sir.
He unpeeled our blind eye.
That's what he did.
He unclogged our stopped up brains.
That's right.
And he unloosened the knot in our tied up
Right.
joints. And now America don't like that.
That's right, bro.
Well, if what y'all say is so true, how come I ain't never heard it before? Because you ain't never had a person of truth. You've never had a man of truth amongst you to share with you the truth.
Right.
He had no idea to give you a truth that would set you free.
That's right.
He must give you something to keep you forever enslaved to.
That's right.
We don't have any clue what religion is. We really don't. We think religion is something that happens on Sunday. Go ahead. At 11 o'clock. Not 11 o'clock. 11. What time church are that? 11. 11. Yeah, 11. 11 o'clock. What? You don't understand that? We don't understand nothing. We're not speaking our original language. We have different dialects all over the country of this same language we speak English. See? Because we're in different atmospheres. See? Different pressures. Both atmospheric and human pressures. Different influences. See? All making us speak a different dialect. Well, there was one man who wanted everybody to speak the same dialect. But he must not have understood atmospheric science. Impossible to do. But he was so mad that he couldn't do it. He said, well, I'll just kill everybody. Ain't that like y'all niggas today? Ain't that like the white man today? If I can't rule everybody, I'll kill everyone. I don't care. I don't care nothing about a Palestinian child standing next to my enemy.
Right.
I'll sell my enemy a loaded pager filled with explosives. Did you know they did this?
Go ahead.
They interdicted the supply lines. They figured out that Hezbollah stopped communicating with cell phones, right?
Come on.
Because they said, if you have a cell phone,
Trace.
they can triangulate you, pinpoint you too easy.
Right.
Just like the white man now can triangulate and pinpoint all us.
That's right.
Real easy.
That's right.
So they went to pages. So the white man said, can't figure out where they are. Let me go into my situation room.
Right.
Let me see if I can figure out a way where I can get my enemy. Are they praying for their enemy? Are they forgiving their enemy?
Come on.
No, they figuring out how to get their enemy.
Right.
So they interdict the supply line of them old-fashioned pages. Remember them pages?
Right. Come on. Come on.
What y'all know about that? That was a payphone. Y'all new jack niggas don't know nothing about no payphone. So you used to ride around, get a hit on the beeper,
Right.
right?
Right.
Pull over, get your, well, wasn't no dime no more. It was a quarter. Used to be a dime. Used to drop a dime on somebody. Now you gotta drop a quarter. We used to pull off the road driving, find a payphone, and make a call. Yeah. All right. What you doing?
All in the trace. Right.
Chill. And we just ride there. You ain't doing nothing. But we had a pager. And we stopped and made that call.
Right.
Well, that's what Hezbollah switched to for their communication. They use a very sophisticated means of communication, from my understanding, based on the code on the pages. Remember, you could put in there 911.
Right.
You could spell out help.
Yes, sir.
Nowadays, you can spell out 304. What do 304 mean
Come on.
in text language?
Turn it upside down.
Yeah, turn it upside down. I ain't saying it from the temple rostrum.
Right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Brothers trying to act like they don't know what it means. I know y'all know what it means.
Rhyme it slow.
like a garden tool.
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Okay. But they figured out that Hezbollah was using these pages. So they interdicted the supply line of the pager manufacturer. They got these pagers and they filled the pagers with explosives. Y'all didn't know this, did you? Of course you did. The news kind of halfway says it. You got to listen real close to what they're saying.
Yes, sir.
They didn't just send a signal to the pager to make the pager blow up. They went and got these pagers, put them in a factory, a military supply line, packed the pagers full of explosives. They set the pagers in places where they knew their enemy would buy the pagers. Could they figure out exclusively that only their enemy and enemy soldiers and combatants would buy the pages? Of course not. A mother could have bought them pages. A father could have bought those pages. An elderly or a child could have bought them pages. And maybe some Hezbollah bought them pages too. Then they set the pager to go into action to trigger when they sent a specialized text to that pager. And it would go off, and no matter who was next to them, It would kill both the wearer of the pager and whoever was in a 3 to 4 foot radius of the person carrying.
Come on.
This is the kind of man we're dealing with in the religion of Christianity.
Yes, sir.
Innocents murdered, blown apart. They don't care. You think there's a God that ain't watching all this?
Come on.
I say thanks be to Allah, the
That's right.
praises due forever. That he hears the plans of the wicked.
That's right.
That he sees the plans of the wicked.
Yes, sir.
He hears the cries of the righteous.
Yes, sir.
He answers the prayer of the righteous, of the Muslim.
Go ahead.
I fast and pray, Allah, in the name of this mighty one, who we call Prophet W.D. Farad. Prophet means God. That I see the day when he takes this devil off of our planet.
Come on.
Burn him in hell. You don't believe that's going to happen. But you believe that Charlton Heston is going to free the Jews in 2 hours in a movie. You believe that?
Come on.
Oh, that's just that Muslim stuff. Is it? Now, I want to do a little bit of house cleaning. Several months ago, it's been a while since I've been here, and the last time was Savior's Day. And prior to Savior's Day, I made some comments based on a show that I watched. One of my favorite shows, a very intelligent and funny devil, Mr. Bill Maher. I watch him all the time.
Right.
And I love the guests that he brings on. And I can't remember when we were here before Savior's Day, but that particular Sunday, a brother named Killer Mike was on the show.
Sir.
So I came up here and I made comments about several people, and I made comments about Killer Mike. Let me say that in spite of how we act sometimes, and how we teach, the Muslim follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is the most civilized man and woman on the planet.
Go ahead.
There's no doubt about that.
Go ahead.
We are the most civilized man and woman on the planet. Although sometimes it don't seem that way. Sometimes we can act a little other than ourselves.
Go ahead.
So I made some comments about Killer Mike. Not trying to be mean, but just, I was trying to give the brother a warning. Now, as I'm doing this, I have no idea, none, that one of our brothers is closely associated with it. I had no clue when I was saying this. Had I known, I definitely wouldn't have said it in that way. I would have said it in some way at some time, but not the way that I said it. So I want to apologize to our brother. Come on, brother. Because we ain't perfect.
Right.
I did not mean to offend the brother. Nor did I mean to offend the brother Gerard who's sitting here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I did not mean it in a mean-spirited way. But I do want to warn our celebrities.
Come on.
Caution our celebrities.
Don't be dangerous.
Don't play with Islam. Be very careful.
Sir.
Not that our brother was playing around with it.
Sir.
But you can't pick and choose what you want to represent out of what was given to us by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Go ahead.
Not because we, the Muslims, are going to get mad at you, but because our mutual enemy will get mad at you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have not put on the full armament of God,
Go ahead.
Leave it alone.
you will not be protected from this man.
Go ahead.
Please. Remember, this is the same man that sent out tens of thousands of pager bombs to kill and silence and neutralize his enemy. What more would he do to keep his slaves from hearing the truth? As we're seeing with many of our celebrities today, the white man did not give them these platforms to wake our people up.
That's right.
He gave them these platforms to keep our people asleep.
Go ahead. That's right.
And he'll let you have your fun for a while, until you get too big for your britches in his mind.
Come on.
And then he will take you down. He keeps files on all of you. I'm talking to black celebrities. And if there's something in that file that's derogatory, oh, you can best believe he tags it especially to use against you.
Yes, sir.
And others.
Yes, sir.
See,
Ask Sean Combs.
Go ahead.
wake yourself, brother minister.
Ask Sean Combs.
Ain't no joke.
Now, I don't know all that story. P. Diddy,
Right.
Puff Daddy,
Right.
Puffy.
Brother Love.
I don't know all that story. I don't know all about him. I really don't care. But I don't know I don't know who the real object of that deal is. I don't know if it's him or others. Either they want to get rid of him or he is refusing to give up others. I don't know which. But you done had your little freak off and your little freak parties and all that with everybody on film. You think you one of them.
Right.
You not.
Right. Right.
They will kill to maintain their rulership over this country, over this planet, and mainly over their former slaves. The way they maintain leadership, the way they acquired leadership, the way they get the whole planet to follow them is to shield their dirty religion.
Go ahead.
Is to hide their righteousness or their unrighteousness under a robe of a clothing of righteousness, a covering of righteousness, a ritual of righteousness, so that you will follow them. If we knew how they really are, we would have never followed them. Because the religion of America, of the Caucasian people, is the religion of Jacob.
Go ahead.
All praises are due to Allah. For the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So, Brother Killer Mike, we your brothers.
Yes, sir.
One of yours have become our family. You are our family.
Come on.
You've always been our family, but now you're closer to the family. That's real. That's how it works. When you marry someone, you marry their whole family.
Go ahead.
I married my wife's whole family.
Go ahead.
She married mine.
Go ahead.
Since she saw mine, she's like, what the hell I get into? You ain't tell me it was like this. Yes, I did.
Please. Please.
I said my family are lost families.
Come on. Welcome to the family.
My biological children are lost families.
Go ahead.
I'd like to say that Islam rules their life. It don't. It barely rules mine.
Go ahead. Teach.
We are under constant attack.
Teach.
The children are under constant attack.
Teach.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. He's going up and down and to and fro America, seeking to find those who he can corrupt.
That's right.
Ain't that your Bible, Christians?
Yep.
No, that ain't that Muslim stuff.
Come on.
You thought that referred to somebody in red tights with a pitchfork and horns and a goatee.
Right.
Roasting you forever in eternity on a barbecue pit that you call hell. Nigga, you already been in that hell.
Go ahead. Teach.
Nigga, you in that hell right now. Well, that was in the past. No, this won't. This picture was taken post 1930.
Teach. Teach.
And let me tell you something. They found a black man hung from a tree. Last week, from Chicago, truck driver in North Carolina. This 2024, things are done changed. The hell they have. The only thing that's changed is God's divine hand is now over America, protecting the Muslims. And by default, our ignorant people, giving the devil other things to think about, rather than focusing in on his real nature, which is murder.
Come on.
You don't believe that. The Muslims are a blessing in your midst. We the Muslims are a blessing in your midst.
Go ahead.
We the Muslims in this little broadcast right here from Little Atlanta, Georgia. What road are we on?
All national.
Old National Highway. Are a blessing to the black man of America.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We are the last few ones who are trying to get the pure teachings of Messenger Elijah Muhammad to our people.
Teach.
And as long as we try to do that, God have a reason to let us try and get you.
Come on.
But you don't believe that. I know you don't. Oh, there ain't nobody in here. Yeah, because you're not here. It ain't our job to make you come.
That's right.
It's our job to offer it to you,
Go ahead.
whether you accept it or not. All we can do is offer. So the Bible is not linear. The stories in the Bible are not linear. The characters in the Bible are not linear. It doesn't go in a straight line from Genesis to Revelations. The Holy Quran does not go in a straight line from Surah 1 to the last surah in the Holy Quran, which I should know what the last surah number is. Is it 101? It doesn't go in linear order. Every one of these characters, every one of these stories, every one of these parables refers to none other than you and I, the black man, woman, and child here in the wilderness and hells of North America.
Come on. Teach it.
Every one of them.
Teach it.
So my apologies to our brother, Killer Mike. We look forward to closer relations with our brother.
Right, right.
You ain't got no choice. Your brother is now one of our brothers.
Come
Go
on.
ahead.
So therefore, you are a brother too.
Right.
That's right.
All praises are due to Allah. For the honor of Allah. Well, why would he want to join something with y'all black Muslims? You had such a great future in front of you. You're not a criminal. Kevin Tisdale, how did you get hooked up with those black Muslims? You went to school with white people.
You did. You're a good life.
You went to college.
You're a good life. Educated guy.
Yeah. You didn't go to prison. How'd you get mixed up with them?
Right.
You know the only dummies who think like that are niggas.
Mm.
That's the only dummy that thinks like that.
Mm.
The very white people that you think we're offending or going against, when they see us and find out we follow the old man, that's what they say sometimes. They say the old man.
Right, right. Mm.
When they say the old man, they mean messenger Elijah Muhammad.
They know, right? They know.
You follow the old man, don't you?
Yeah,
You don't follow that Farrakhan, do you?
yeah.
Yeah, we follow the old man.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Yeah. Something different about you.
They see that, right?
They see it in us.
Right. Look. Mm-hmm. Hey,
They're not repulsed by it like you are.
they can tell.
And they like a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad because they know that we don't want their daughters.
Right.
They know that we don't want their sons.
Mm.
Brothers don't want their sons.
Mm.
They know that sisters don't want their daughters.
Mm.
And sisters don't want their sons, though their sons want our sisters.
Right. Mm. Make that plain. Mm.
And we can hardly get them away from us because they want to ask us so many questions.
Right.
I'm not talking about no trailer trash white folks.
Come on.
Either.
No. I rank.
When an intelligent, high-ranking white person realizes he's talking to a follower of the old man, you can hardly get away from him.
Yeah.
You can't.
Mm-hmm. Interview.
I thought you hate them. We do.
Yeah.
We don't love them,
Mm.
but we respect those who respect us.
Mm.
We'll be walking down the street with each other. Yeah, brother, this devil said, Jacob, like, he's just showing his nature. Oh, yes, man. Good guy.
Right.
Yes, man. Go ahead.
Right.
That's
Right.
Thank you.
Treat them right.
He's an old white woman.
Yeah. Treat them right.
Or we see her stumbling around, trying to lift her groceries in the car. And we're going to help her lift her groceries in the car. Oh, thank you, son.
Mm.
Oh, all praises to God.
Mm.
The messenger didn't do nothing like that. What?
Mm. Mm.
What you mean the messenger didn't do nothing like that? The brothers under Minister John Muhammad at temple number 13, Springfield, Massachusetts, used to post up outside the local grocery store.
Mm.
They used to sell Muhammad Speaks outside the grocery store. Before that, they were selling the Amsterdam News, and before that, they would push the grocer's local shopper that had Mr. Muhammad Speaks and How to Eat to Live in the grocery store circular. They used to sell that.
Mm.
And Mr. Muhammad told said, go ahead and chase down our offer to our people. He said, and if other people ask you for it, let them have it. But don't pester them about buying it. Don't solicit them to buy it. If they ask you to buy it, then let them buy it. The brothers couldn't keep the paper in their hand.
Right. That's real, bro.
And one time, the brothers was late getting to their post. I think they had a flat tire or something.
Mm.
And the people, when I say people, I mean Caucasian people, went to the grocery store manager and said, "Where are the brothers?"
Go ahead.
Mm.
They call us the brothers. White people
Mm.
call us the brothers. They went to the grocery manager and said, "Where are the brothers? Did you run the brothers away?
Mm.
Did you tell the brothers they couldn't be out here?"
Mm.
But I demand, you know how they get. Well, I'm getting ready to tell somebody right now. I demand to know right now. Where are the brothers?
What's going on here?
What's going on? And Minister John Muhammad said, the grocery store manager got on the call, but Minister Muhammad, where are the brothers?
Mm.
I got a darn near riot of people here who are complaining, they're saying that I ran the brothers away. Where are they at?
Wow. Mm.
It's a true story.
Mm.
These are intelligent people who recognize and respect other intelligent people who are not trying to be like them,
Right.
but are trying to take their place amongst the civilized nations of the earth. Well, when are they going to be here, Minister Muhammad? Well, can you send another crew over here? I mean, they're blaming me.
Mm.
And of course, you know how they.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, all right. Because the brothers would help the elderly across the street.
Mm.
The brothers would help the elderly load their groceries into the car.
Mm.
And the rich elderly would give the brother tips.
Right. Mm.
Sometimes they would take the paper, sometimes they wouldn't. This is civilization. This is how our messenger taught us to be.
Mm.
Because why did they respect us like that? Because we're not trying to be like them.
Come on.
That's what all praises are due to Allah. By the honorable Elijah.
Mm.
But the more you try to be like them,
More they see.
the more they will hate you.
Mhm.
Nobody loves somebody who don't love themselves.
Come on. Bro.
You have not loved yourself for over 400 years. And what is your own self?
Righteous Muslim.
Your own self is a righteous Muslim.
Come on. That's right.
Are there any Muslims other than righteous? I beg your pardon. I've never heard one. But they were made unrighteous. How? By the religion of Jacob.
Mm.
Go ahead.
Mm.
Come on.
You don't even know what religion is.
Mm.
Religion don't happen on Sunday.
Come on.
Religion don't happen on sundown Saturday, Friday night.
Mm.
Religion don't happen on Juma, Friday afternoon. That ain't religion.
Come on, brother.
Religion is your own nature.
Go ahead.
Religion covers everything. Religion equals nation.
Mm.
Religions have a government.
Come on.
Religions rule.
Mm.
Religions enforce their rule. How do they enforce their rule? Because religions got armies.
Go ahead.
The head of Christianity is and was the Pope of Rome.
Right. You got on.
He still got an army.
Yes, sir.
But at one time, he had the most powerful army on the entire planet.
Mm. Mm.
You see them guards that be walking?
Yeah.
That's an army.
Mm.
Commanded by the Pope.
Mm. Military. Go ahead.
He's a nation.
Mm.
He's a religion, but he's a nation. And when he was the most powerful nation, he enforced his will all over the planet and dispatched his army to defeat and slay his enemies who would not come under his rule and subjection.
Mm.
But see, you don't believe that.
Mm.
You believe your Jesus and his religion called Christianity. You believe that it has its roots somewhere in the jungles of Africa, but you can't show us where.
Come on.
Mm.
You can't show us one synagogue, one temple, one mosque, one church. You can't show us any of that predates the center of Christianity, which is Rome, Italy. Oh, you can talk about it all you want, but you ain't showed us nothing. The white man been digging up Africa and digging up the Middle East for the last 150 years, and he ain't found it yet. But you over here in America talking like you know where it is.
Mm.
Religion equals nation. And the religion that we now call Christianity is the most popular and powerful religion of the Western powers.
Mhm.
Europe, America, and even though Australia and New Zealand is not in the West per se, they are a Western power.
Okay, nigga.
They are subject to the Queen or King of England.
Mm.
Their flag is a derivative of the flag of Great Britain. Go look at it. Go look at the flag of Australia, New Zealand, Kiwi, all those islands out there that were populated by European conquerors were conquered, explored, and founded by former British.
Wow. Mm.
And their religion is Christianity.
Mm. Gotcha. Gotcha. Mm. Mm.
The Holy Quran teaches us that this present world we see is only an illusion.
Mm.
It's only here for a fleeting moment in time.
Go ahead.
Mm.
You and I have been here not for hundreds of years, not for tens of thousands of years, not for hundreds of thousands of years, not even millions of years. You and I have been on this planet populating it for trillions of years. Our origin in this universe is so old that time has erased its beginning.
Mm.
There is no remnant left of our beginning.
Go ahead.
There's no remnant left of the civilizations that were trillions of years old. Time has erased their beginnings.
Mm.
Just as time has carved out the great Grand Canyons of Arizona. Time carved that out. It used to be all flat. But time and the seemingly innocuous force of soft, S-O-F-T, soft water,
Mm.
has slowly eroded the flat land and dug a miles deep trench, hundreds of miles long trench.
Mm.
Time did that.
Mm.
Likewise, time has erased the civilizations of the past.
Mm.
Great civilizations of the black man. Because the great civilizations of the black man
Mm.
were so bright that any remnant of them would overshadow the civilization of any lesser man
Go ahead.
who would come after. And that lesser man's civilization would not prosper. Oh, you better think on that.
Mm. Mm.
The black man is so full of divine light that there is healing in the light of the black man.
Mm.
Holy Quran says, God is a light of himself.
Mm.
And Messenger Elijah Muhammad teaches us that that first spark of light or germ began turning in the darkness.
Mm.
The first law of physics of one Caucasian scientist, Sir Isaac Newton, says that a body at rest tends to stay at rest unless acted upon by an outside force. That's the first and most basic principle of physics. So how could a light, not just a light germ, how could anything in darkness begin rotating if there's nothing in the universe but itself?
Mm. Mm.
Another force would have had to start it to rotate.
That's right.
Mm. Mm.
Messenger Muhammad was a genius.
Go ahead.
And his genius is only being revealed today to dumb black people. Because his genius has been well recognized by the enemy of black people, America, and the European powers. So how does that life germ begin turning?
Go ahead.
In the darkness with nothing else acting on it. If something else was acting on that life germ, then that thing acted on the life germ. That would be the most powerful thing. That would be God.
Right.
Go ahead.
See?
So what got the life germ turning? It began revolving around its own light. Produced by himself. And it turned in the darkness and built itself up over trillions of years. That was our God.
See?
And when the white man heard Elijah Muhammad say this, messenger of Allah, he said, oh, wait a minute.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Adam wasn't the first of us. Yeah, we ain't 6,000. The earth ain't 6,000 years old. The universe ain't 6,000 years old. That's what you niggas still think today.
Right.
Yeah, we got to study this. Wow. What was that light? That's a powerful light. To create from nothing. One of them said, yeah, let me study that light. That light is energy. What do that equal? That ain't how he said it. That's how niggas say it. That's how I say it. What do that equal? Not what does that equal. What do that equal? Energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. That came from Elijah Muhammad.
Not Einstein. Right.
E equals MC squared. Not only did that light start life, these are white scientists thinking on what we black people have rejected.
Accepted.
I can use that light to create, to kill, and to heal.
Hey, they ain't hear me, brother. Man. They ain't hear me. I hear you, though.
Brother Javon,
Yes, sir.
it's right in line with everything we know.
Come on.
It's right in line.
We on point.
We
Bro.
right on point.
Yes, sir. Bro.
I can use that. Niggas don't want it. I'll take it.
Come on. What?
Matter of fact, I'm a patent it.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell it back to him. Yep.
Just like I sold him that old touring car. Just like I sold him that life insurance policy. Just like I sell him everything. I'll sell this back to them. They already had it for free, but they don't want it from Elijah Muhammad, messenger of Allah. So I'll sell it to them. They had it for free.
Damn.
All praises are due to Allah. Glory to Elijah Muhammad. See, let me step back a minute. Because I got something I want to get off my chest.
Come on, brother.
See, some of us are so silly. We really are. We're very silly people. I'm not saying that I don't do stupid things. I'm not saying that I'm perfect.
Right.
Lord, Allah, no, I'm not.
Right behind you.
But what y'all folks up in Detroit, what y'all been doing to Minister Muhammad? And not just Minister Muhammad. You did it to Minister David Bachap.
Mm.
You did it to Minister John Muhammad, and you've done it to me.
Mm.
I'm just not crazy buck wild enough to be up here saying nothing about it. Till now.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, y'all say, Eric is this and that. Eric is, his personality is abrasive. He's full of himself.
Mm.
He has no manners. He has no couth. He's this. He's that. His head is too shiny. All that's true. Man. All is true. It's all true.
Ah, that is, brother.
He run everybody away from him. Okay, that's true. But who are all these brothers and sisters that's standing with him?
Mm.
If he run everybody away,
Mm.
who are they? Y'all people in Detroit must not got 2 or 3 brain cells
Yeah.
to rub together.
Yeah, peanut gallery.
Oh, y'all just a peanut gallery.
Yeah, yeah.
Am I remember because that I purposely sat in the peanut gallery.
Right, right.
Because I don't think I'm myself as nothing special. I'm a fruit. I'm an FOI.
Go ahead, man.
I like sitting with the fruit. All praises unto God. Burn it on the way line. But y'all say all this about him and who done ran away, who the hell standing with you in Detroit?
Mm.
You so holy,
Mm. So right.
you so righteous,
Right.
you know how to treat people.
Mm.
You've been a Muslim for longer than I've been one, 39 years. The minister of that temple has been a Muslim, quote unquote, for longer than me.
Wow.
Where the hell and I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the minister of that temple, the real minister.
Mm.
I'm talking about Zakiya Kareem. That's the real minister of that temple.
Oh. Oh.
She's been a Muslim longer than me. See, brother was confused. No, he ain't been long.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about him.
Talking about her.
Yeah.
She running the temple.
She ran the temple before him. She ran the temple when her husband was the front man.
Wow.
How I know this?
Wow.
What the hell have I ever done to y'all?
Mm.
What the hell has Minister John Muhammad ever done to y'all?
Mm.
What the hell did Minister David Bacha ever do to y'all?
Mm.
Y'all ain't never invited none of us to nothing.
Mm.
What did I do in 2000, 2001, 2002?
Mm. Wow.
Where are all your MGT since you doing it right?
Right, right.
Go ahead.
Who ran them away? You? Who else? You run the temple.
Mm.
We're all there for what? We're all the fruit except for your son-in-law.
Mm.
Who ran them away? You. But you talking about who Eric ran away. See, when you point the finger, 3 of them point back at yourself.
Mm.
Oh. See.
Mm.
But have I ever said anything about what y'all done? No.
I never heard it. I've never heard
Never.
it until now. Never.
So this last 25 years, and I can keep forgetting how long this has been.
Wow. Wow.
You talking about, what are you doing, Kevin? What am I doing? I'm doing more than you ever even thought about doing. That's what I'm doing.
Come on. You're right.
I'm overcoming things that if you had gone through them, you would have been in your grave now. That's what I've done.
That's real.
Am I the perfect Muslim now? Am I holding temple things in Charlotte? No. And I still converted more people to the teaching of the Honorable Elijah than you have.
Mm. Mm.
So we started trying to put together a unity meeting.
Mm.
This is in the late 90s, 98, 99, and the early 2000s.
Wow.
And just like Minister David Bachad did the first meeting here in Atlanta, Georgia, at Muhammad's Temple number 15, at that time taking place in the home of Minister Eric Muhammad, he likewise did the same thing in Charlotte at Muhammad's Temple number 36.
Wow.
All praises to God.
Amen.
For the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Me.
Did not know that.
We started in my dining room
Go ahead.
and sitting room.
Mm.
Then we had a public meeting at a public venue approximately in late 1998, early 1999. I can't remember the exact time. Soon. I'll be 62 years old in March.
Wow.
All my brain cells ain't working right.
It'll be all right. You get patched up.
All praise to Allah. Just before your son-in-law even knew what the hell Islam was.
Mm. Real.
This is when the nigga was still marching and ready to kill for the white man.
Mm.
Or maybe he hadn't even been in there yet.
Ooh. Right. Right. Mm.
You ain't, I look like I just stepped around the block,
Right.
but I ain't somebody who just stepped off the block.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't just pop up.
No.
So we had a meeting, a public meeting. And there were several sisters,
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 of them, that came from the other camp, from the Final Call Incorporated.
Mm-hmm.
And there were several other guests there that day. There was about a total of 10, 12 people there that day. Guess who invited all of them out?
Yeah. Mm.
Guess who was on the corner selling reprinted versions of the original Muhammad Speaks by himself? Guess who was doing that?
Mm.
Kevin Ali.
Mm.
Well, wasn't nobody afraid. This back when the Final Call had some hitters
Mm.
still with it. Not a bunch of freaks now holding on to stuffed animals and holding hands singing Kumbaya now.
Ooh, ouch.
Holding stuffed animals.
Ooh.
The hell kind of soldier when you holding a stuffed animal?
Come on, brother.
This back when they were some hitters. And who told me they was hitters.
Mm.
Told me what they was gonna do if I didn't stop doing what I was doing.
Mm.
I said, if it's Allah's will, you'll do it. If it ain't, you won't.
Come on.
Mm.
Get on. Take your corner.
Go ahead.
Make me get off. All praises are due to Allah. Right on, brother.
That's right.
See, y'all don't know me like that.
That's right.
He do.
Mm.
Because when he came down, several years after that, where did we go, brother minister? Right to the corner.
Mm.
Selling the paper.
Mm.
But I'm talking about Detroit. And I'm talking about that fake wannabe minister up there, Zakia Kareem,
Mm.
who done appointed who she want the assistant minister to be twice.
Come on.
Mm.
Tried to do it in John Muhammad's temple, the messenger's brother.
Oh. What?
She a grifter, brother.
Mm.
Always been a grifter.
Come on.
Go ahead. Go ahead, brother man.
She left John Muhammad's temple and took her husband with her and made him the minister of that temple.
Mm.
That brother, poor brother, he had never been no teacher before.
Ooh.
He didn't even have no rank under the messenger. He was a private soldier.
Damn.
Hey.
I'm not making nothing up.
Come on, brother.
I don't gotta make it up. The truth is crazier than anything I can make up. So then several years after that, myself,
Mm-hmm.
May mainly myself, said, Brother Minister Bachar, we need to have a unity rally.
Right.
Let's make a call out for all the Muslims. So me and Minister Bachar, we putting our heads together how to do this.
Sure.
We sent invitations, letters, correspondences to every Muslim that we can think of everywhere around the country.
Go ahead.
You had no reason to dislike me or Minister Bachar then. What the hell could we have said to make you upset at that time? Yeah, we invited you and your lame temple too.
Wow.
Send invitations to there. We send invitations to Chicago. We send invitations to Philadelphia. We send invitations to Albany, New York. We sent invitations to Canada. We sent invitations to Atlanta. We sent invitations to Detroit. We sent every Muslim that we could think of, including lame old Muhammad Temple of Islam, Detroit. What the hell is a Muhammad Temple of Islam, Detroit?
Right. What's the number?
What the hell does that mean? That's the first temple in the Nation of Islam. You're going to rename it to something else. Because you ain't Muhammad's temple number one. So I guess it's good you named it what you named it. Okay? We invited you too. And your the lame minister who you appointed. Did we even get a thank you letter? Did we even get a letter recognizing that you had even received our letter?
Wow.
Did we even get any type of RSVP that, hey, brother minister, brothers, we're not going to be able to make it, but we pray that you have a great success in your unity meeting. Nothing from you. But you all about unity. What did I do to you then? Huh? I ain't say nothing about it because I know y'all are stupid. No, for real. You got to recognize when you're dealing with stupid. Ignorance is repairable.
Oh, say that.
You got to recognize when you're dealing with stupid. Ignorance is repairable. Hell, I'm ignorant to many things. And as long as I recognize that I don't know it all, and when I hear something I've never heard before, I'm willing to learn it, then that ignorance can turn into knowledge.
Go ahead.
But when you stupid,
That's a whole different game. Go ahead, baby.
number one, stupid people don't even know that they're stupid. They say stuff like, I'm a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Oh, I don't do that. Oh, I don't do that.
Right.
He does it.
Right.
He runs people away. But ain't nobody in your temple. Who the hell ran them away? Your assistant minister? He didn't come around until what? 2008, 2010?
2008.
Who the hell ran them away before that? You did. You've been a problem everywhere you've gone. And the only people who don't know your problem yet are people who haven't dealt with you on a regular basis. Just because you can bake some bread, take a picture of some bread, and put it on the damn World Wide Web, don't make you a good Muslim.
Go ahead.
Am I a good Muslim? No, I'm not. But I ain't trying to act like I am one.
Come on. Right. Ain't nobody fake.
You are, though.
Right.
And then, in one of the seminal moments of the last 25 years, Minister David Bachar, Minister John Muhammad had been having these public access broadcasts in Chicago for years. But no one knew of these broadcasts really outside of Chicago.
Okay.
Then Minister David Bachar introduced me to John Muhammad. And for the first time in the history of that great public access broadcast, now is the time / now is the hour, it began to be shown outside of Chicago. The second place that great public access broadcast was shown was in Charlotte, North Carolina. And as more and more people began to see this around the country,
I mean, people have seen it in Chicago for years, but nobody called around from around the country wanting to be in other places. It seemed like after it started being shown in Charlotte, that people would start calling Chicago and calling me in Charlotte saying, hey, how can I get this in my area? If they call me, I say, it's not my broadcast. This is Minister John Muhammad's show. It's produced out of Chicago. Contact him to find out how we can get this in your area. So I'm pointing people to the temple in Chicago. Why? Unity. When the hell did you point any believer or any lost found to anything that John Muhammad was doing? Anything that David Bachar was doing? Or anything that I was doing in Charlotte, North Carolina? When? Show me when. Why? Why not? So now David Bachar does his first broadcast ever on this public access show. It was a series of 6 lectures called How to Eat to Live. A lecture, a subject matter that I have never seen taught before like he taught it. Others were just teaching like they were teaching a cooking class.
Wow.
Or how to consume your physical meals. Minister David Bachar took that subject to a whole new level.
That's right.
I've taught that same subject here, and I stole ideas from Minister David Bachar of how to express how to eat to live as more than just the physical food that we consume, but the spiritual food that we consume as well. What the believer consumes and what the disbeliever and hypocrite consume. I made mention of, how did I make mention? Did I make mention of the lecture or just Minister Bachar in general on that message board, 7fam.com, Minister Muhammad? I don't remember either. Both our brain cells ain't working. This is what happens when you get in your 60s. Or this is what happens when you don't have so much history in Islam that you don't forgot most of the stuff you've done because you ain't focusing on the past. You living in the present.
Right. That's real.
So your husband at that time and your assistant minister at that time, Levi Kareem, called Minister Bachar Henny Penny.
That's right.
Which is an old folks way of making mockery. Why? Because Minister Bachar had the nerve to repeat things the messenger said of his God and of himself concerning how to eat to live and concerning how Allah would handle him in the last days. He didn't give his opinion. He gave the words of the messenger.
That's right.
So you jackasses really mocked the words of the messenger. Go ahead. Like you're going to mock these words of the messenger that I'm going to say right now. You cannot find the grave of Elijah.
Go ahead.
I didn't say it. Elijah said it.
That's right.
So I don't care how many pictures of a tombstone you jackasses show on your website. That ain't the grave of Elijah.
Hey.
See? Whether he's dead or alive, that ain't his grave, dummy. Do you understand that? Hell no, you don't, because you're stupid.
That's right.
Whether the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is dead or alive, it don't matter to me what you think or believe. Don't matter. I don't care. Never have. But whether you believe he's dead or alive, once he says a thing, that thing is true whether he is dead or alive.
That's right.
Do you jackasses understand that?
No.
No, you don't, because you're stupid. You cannot find the grave of Elijah. So if you have a picture of a grave and you are an idiot saying it's the grave of Elijah, you are a goddamn liar. And it has nothing to do with whether he's alive or not. It has to do with him saying, you can't find the grave of Elijah.
Go ahead.
The Bible says that Elijah was taken up to heaven,
Right.
entire body.
Think about
But you niggas found his grave. You're
Wow.
unbelievable.
Well, they mad at you now for real.
I don't care. I've been mad at them for over 25 years.
Right.
And when I say, man, I ain't thinking about you all the time. I know you're stupid.
Right, right.
I know you operate with a kindergarten mindset.
That's right.
Because you don't teach, you don't learn, you don't train, you know nothing about the messenger. You cook some bread and some bean pies. That's you don't want nothing messing up your little hustle. That's what it is. Then you take our holy and righteous flag of Islam and you slap it on paraphernalia. Like we some goddamn Greek fraternity or something. You slap it on a lunchbox.
Wow.
You slap it on some drawers.
Wow.
You slap it on a t-shirt. You slap it on a coffee cup. You're an idiot. You in Islam to hustle people. You in Islam to make money. Calling that a goddamn business. Selling our flag. There was a time in America where that was considered desecration of the national flag.
Right.
To put it on articles of clothing, to put it on objects, to even let it touch the ground. It was considered desecration of the flag. It was a great honor in elementary school, at Haywood Avenue Elementary School,
Yeah.
to be on the safety control.
Carrying it.
Yeah, you had that little belt.
Yeah, all across it.
Yeah, you had that little badge, and you got to walk out to the flagpole with the American flag.
Yeah, that was an honor. Bro.
Right after the Pledge of Allegiance. And you raise the flag. Don't drop that flag. You can't drop it.
Right. Don't even do that no more.
Now Allah has given us a national. Us! The sun, the moon, the stars. The best of his creation. He's given to you and me. And you idiots slap it on a lunchbox. And sell it.
Come on.
Now here's what they're gonna say, Brother Benjamin. Here's what they're gonna say, Brother Jamal. We've never put it on a lunchbox.
Right.
Nigga.
Yeah.
It don't matter whether you put it on a lunchbox or on a garbage can or on a t-shirt or on a coffee mug.
Right. Yes.
You're making merchandise out of our holy national flag of Islam.
Wow.
Put it on a license plate.
They put it on a laundry bag.
Yeah, right, that's what you put it on a laundry bag. With niggas with their bacon strip stained drawers, throwing it into a laundry bag with our holy national on it.
Wow.
You said bacon strip.
Skin. Niggas got skin marks all in their dirty drawers.
Right.
Throwing it in a laundry bag with our national on. This is real, brother.
Wow, man.
It's so real, it's comical.
Dang.
But these niggas did that.
Wow.
And guess who told them, hey, you might not want to do that.
Wow.
Did you listen? Hell no.
Wow.
You had invested too much into that merchandise. So you wasn't going to listen.
Come on.
Yeah, so your assistant minister, your former husband called Minister Bacha Henny Penny. What the hell does that mumbling, bumbling, stumbling nigger know about how to teach what the messenger taught? He was a nobody under the messenger. And I say that with all due respect, because a private soldier isn't a nobody. A private soldier is a somebody.
Right.
But once you start making mockery of somebody who rose the ranks from private soldier to lead a temple, and now you're making mockery of them in 2000, then I'm gonna talk about you like that.
That's right.
You are nobody.
Hey.
You was a nobody. You wasn't nothing till your wife appointed you.
Wow.
Your wife drug you out of John Muhammad's temple. Your wife propped you up. And your wife told you, you better not teach more than an hour. Your wife, the real minister of that temple, did. She's doing it to her son-in-law now. The only reason he's going a few minutes longer now is because Minister Eric been frying him. Who the hell said a temple meeting is supposed to be 1 hour? Your mother-in-law said it. The messenger never said it.
Come on.
Your mother-in-law said it.
Come on.
Hey.
So we put together a unity meeting. I say we, but really you're looking at the person who put in the most work, because I was hosting it.
Go ahead.
We had, brothers, we had close to 100 people there.
Wow.
Muslims and lost founds. There were at least, I'm going off of memory, there was almost 20 lost founds there, at least.
Wow.
Muslims came from Philadelphia, Muslims came from Richmond, Muslims came from Newport News, Muslims came from Chicago, Muslims came from Philadelphia.
All over.
All over. Did we see one mention of that in your fish wrap of a newspaper?
Wow.
One mention of it.
Hey.
One mention in that piece of rag that wasn't fit to line a bird cage. Was there one mention of it? No. Why? What did I do to you? See, you can make that excuse with Minister Muhammad. But what did I do to you?
Hey.
What did Minister Bachar do to you? What did Minister John Muhammad do to you? What did any of those other ministers who came? Minister Benjamin Shabazz, Minister Al-Mutaqwan Ali, they all came in unity. And we had a beautiful time. And we duplicated that same unity meeting all up and down the East Coast. From New Orleans to Atlanta to Newport News and even in Philadelphia. Had you had 1 ounce of brotherhood or sisterhood or one desire for unity with us, we would have done the same in Detroit. But did you want that? Obviously not.
Right.
Because you made no mention of it. Several years after that, and I can't remember how this took place, can't remember how it came about. I might be rusty on these facts. I think it was because at that time, we wanted to purchase, here we go again with sisters' garments. And we sent a particular nice material up there to get a sister's garment made. Very nice material. Wasn't that polyester gabardine where they call it.
Right.
I don't know a whole lot about material, but I know what that material was we sent up there. And what was sent back was not the material we sent up there. It was some cheap material that was sent back. Wow. Oh no, this is what you said. The hell it was. I know what we sent up there. And it wasn't that you sent back. Did I say anything about it then? No. Because I know I'm dealing with an idiot. I know I'm dealing with somebody stupid. Trust is first given, then it's earned. I trust you until you do me wrong. Once you do me wrong, I'm not doing business with you. No, I'm not crying about it. Now I know what I'm dealing with. I ain't gonna deal with you ever again on a business level. See, y'all think I'm lying. Y'all think I'm making this up. I mean, not y'all here, them who listening. It's eventually gonna get back to them. So I think in the course of that conversation, I think the minister of that temple, Sister Zakia, said something that I'll be writing an article in her fish rack. I said, that would be an honor, sister, but I said, let me get back to you on that.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Minister Muhammad, John Muhammad. I said, the minister of that temple, well, at that time I didn't say she was the minister of the temple, but both of us, John Muhammad knew she was the minister of that temple. He said, did you talk to Levi? I said, no. He said, of course not. I said, I'm talking to her. I said, I was talking to her about something else, and then she asked me to write an article. What you think about that? He said, well, here's what she's going to do. She's going to edit your article.
Wow.
So what you do is you say to her, I said, say no more, Minister Muhammad. I already know what to do. A couple of days later, I replied back to her. I said, sister, I'd be more than happy to write an article in your paper, but I don't want the article edited. I don't want no edits done to the article. I understand you have to publish a newspaper, and I understand if there are space requirements, either one or two things can happen. Either you continue it to the next issue,
Right.
or get back with me and tell me how many words I need to cut it down to. I'm an expert. See, the white man taught me pretty well in high school.
Come on.
It's a thing called a précis.
Right.
Hey, this is how you perfect the art of saying what you want to say in less words.
Go ahead.
Yet have the same impact.
Go ahead.
See, I was trained in that by the goddamn white man. I don't need a nigga like you cutting my article up the way you see fit. If you need me to shorten it, I know how to shorten it. So all I ask is that either you publish it in full, or if you need me to shorten it for space sake, you get back with me and you let me. Well, I don't know, brother. I said, well, then I can't write an article then based on those things. You're not. I said, I'm not having a sister editing an article of a minister of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Did you hear me? I'm not having a sister editing an article of a minister of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Who the hell are you? You ain't worked for Elijah Muhammad, and I don't care how many secretaries Elijah Muhammad had, messenger of Allah. Them secretaries didn't edit the ministers.
Go ahead.
If it was a significant enough article, it would continue to the next issue. Or they got back with them and asked them to shorten. So I agreed. So I disagreed. No, I'm not based on that. I'm not gonna write an article on the paper. Guess who called me back a few days later? Okay, brother, that'll be fine. I said, with all due respect, ma'am, why am I talking to you about this?
Go ahead.
She didn't like that.
Go
I
ahead.
said, why am I not talking to the minister of the temple? Dumb me at the time thought that he was the minister of the temple at that time. Wrong.
Right. Protocol.
Why? How come I'm not speaking to the minister of the temple? Well, brother, would you like to get some paper? I said, yeah, you published that article. And I said, but why am I discussing this with you?
Come on.
I said, this is not proper protocol.
Come on.
I said, I don't care if you are the editor of the paper.
Come on.
Discussing circulation and discussing logistics and discussing distribution through the fruit of Islam. I said, that's not a sister's place. That's the minister of the temple's place. I said, really, it's none of your business how many I get and when I get them, and that's none of your concern. You edit the paper and publish the paper, that's your concern.
Right.
Long story short, I write the article. And the title of the article that I wrote was called Jesus. Well, when are you going to get to the religion of Yaqub? I am on the religion of Yaqub.
Come on.
Right.
You don't know what the religion of Yaqub is.
Come on.
The religion of Yaqub is confusion. The religion of Yaqub is upside down.
Come on.
The real leader at the bottom, the fake leader at the top.
Come on.
That's how it is in Detroit.
Oh.
Come on.
You're all in the religion of Yaqub. The religion of Yaqub is letting the woman lead the man.
Come on.
You in the religion of Yakub. Oh, did I say Yakub? Darn, I ruined the big reveal at the end. I meant the religion of Jacob.
Come
Who
on.
is Yakub?
Go ahead.
So the article I wrote was called Jesus. And to her credit, she did publish the article in its entirety. Because what she didn't know was, had she not published it in its entirety, I would have gone straight to the message boards that I was famous on at that time,
That's right.
7fam.com and FarrakhanFactor.com, and I would have published the article in its entirety and said, look how she cut it up.
Right.
So I guess she's stupid, but I guess she won't that stupid.
Levels of stupidity.
But guess what level of stupidity she did duck to? Right under my article, she publishes an article about the messenger being dead.
Wow.
My article on Jesus, it had nothing to do with the messenger being alive or dead.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
It was an article designed, and a subject of the article designed to catch the attention of the lost founds, the Christians, by titling the article Jesus. It was transcribed by a lecture I did of the same title. Because our duty is to get this truth into the head of our people who are mainly Christians. But they think that we as Muslims have no respect and hate Jesus, and I was trying to sell something different in your little fish wrap of a paper. Because y'all ain't getting no lost founds.
Come on.
Y'all are dumpster diving, scraping the bottom of the barrel for failed jerk Muslims. You ain't raising no lost founds. You getting the cast-offs from temple number 15. You getting the cast-offs of all these failed Muslims from all these other organizations. You ain't raising none yourself. Don't no Christians know who the hell y'all are. Ain't no Christians listening to you. The Christians know exactly who we are.
Come on.
We was with some last night. They all knew who we were by the end of the night. Well, no doubt they knew who we were. This happened everywhere we go. Where the hell you go? Everybody know who the hell you are.
Come on.
Or what you believe.
Come on.
Where the hell all your lost fans filling up your temple seats since you doing it right? Where the hell all the converts you've made? I've still made more converts than you, and I haven't made a convert officially that I know of in a number of years. I take that back. Been about 6 years. We're all yours in all that time, since you know how to do it better.
Come on.
Ain't nobody listening to you with your little 58-minute lecture. You better cut it off in 58 minutes, or you're going to be in trouble later on that night. Only reason you go, now she let you go 1 hour and 12 minutes because Eric been roasting and toasting you.
Go ahead.
So you go a little extra few minutes trying to shut him up. Wrong. That ain't shutting him up. You get up there and you read your darn lecture. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad says right here in the Muhammad speech. Why you got to hold over the paper to know what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says?
Come on.
Now, I'm not good on my lessons like I should. I ain't got them memorized like I should. Matter of fact, Brother Jerome probably would put me to shame right now in the memorization of the lessons. There's another skill other than rote memorization. There's the ability to articulate the teachings.
Go ahead.
Right.
To make them relevant to the listening audience. Well, ain't nobody listening to you. They not? You sure about that?
Come on.
Who are all these hits that are listening to our lecture, even though YouTube and Facebook are shadow banning us?
Come on.
Who are all these hits coming from?
Come on.
How can we walk around and people say, I know you from somewhere.
Right, right.
I know you from somewhere. I just can't. I used to jog your memory, but now I don't even say anything. I just, well, man, you'll figure it out sometime. But ain't nobody left at little Muhammad's Temple, Detroit, except you, your assistant minister, and his wife, your daughter. That's all that's left in Muhammad's Temple, Detroit. And you got the nerve, come on, to say any damn thing about anybody, let alone this temple here. But, Brother Gerard, that don't never stop a nigga.
Come on.
So what you do now? Now you're gonna go pick on Shahrazad Ali, who, like it or not, happens to be a personal friend of mine.
Come on. Teach.
I've known her almost 30 years.
Come on.
She talked to me like she my auntie.
Come on.
And I talked to her. She talked to me like I'm her nephew. And I talked to her like she my auntie. She's no longer married. The woman is an elderly sister. What kind of man
Right.
gonna call out an elderly sister
Right.
for what? She's not following what the messenger teaches. Who the hell is?
Come on.
She's not following what the messenger teaches. Who is?
Come on.
You niggas in Detroit are so stupid that you didn't crack open the book that she wrote that you sold in your fish wrap of a newspaper. You didn't crack it open and read what she said inside of it
Right.
until Khalil came around and showed you. You actually said that and thought that that made sense.
Damn.
Didn't they?
Yep.
But you're stupid. Well, Minister Khalil is pointing out to us that what she's doing is wrong. So you and your other assistant minister, your ex-husband, y'all were so stupid, you didn't read the book to show that she was teaching something wrong in the book. You just threw it in your book and sold it. Yeah, I know you just threw it in your book and sold it because you were about commercializing.
Right.
Long as she was breaking you off a piece, didn't matter what she said in her book. Well, we didn't make up. That's what you getting on the sister because she's wearing makeup? Nigga, you need to wear some damn makeup. Why don't we make up that extra weight you carrying on you? Make that up.
Come on.
You got some makeup to cover up that? You're gonna have that man talk about an elderly sister who not married. I tell you what, if I was married to her, I would come up to Detroit. This is a public forum, so I ain't gonna say it. You would not be talking about my wife like that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And ain't no goddamn way you're gonna talk about Shahrazad Ali. She didn't say nothing to us about him. She didn't say nothing to me. She didn't say nothing to Minister Muhammad.
That's right.
We said it. Because you're not gonna talk about no woman like that.
Right.
Punk,
Right.
you little 304.
Go ahead.
No, you're not gonna talk about no woman like that. I don't care how much makeup she's wearing. We keep teaching the proper way. We don't condemn somebody who's trying to do the right thing.
Right.
We just keep teaching them into the right way.
Come on.
But now all of a sudden, now you want to condemn her in the public after watching her wear that crown, wear that makeup, wear that African garment. Now it's not okay with you. You know why? Because you cut off your money. That's why. Because in the religion of Jacob, money is king.
Go ahead. Teach. Teach.
Money makes the world go round. You ain't in it to make converts because you damn sure ain't making none. You in it trying to make money. You know what Jacob called that? Islam on a luxury basis. That's how Jacob began preaching in Mecca. preaching Islam on a luxury basis. If you follow me and my new religion, then you'll rule them
Right.
and you'll have wealth. See how I did that, Brother Jerome?
Yes, sir. Time in. Go ahead.
Y'all out there wondering how did he tie that in? Because I'm well trained. I'm well studied.
Go ahead. Teach.
My memorization ain't the best, but sometimes it shocks me. It'll come back to me, with that brain cell be floating around in there, and then it float to the right place and hook it, and then all of a sudden it comes spewing out. But if you ask me to recite my general order right now, my first general order is take charge of the post and all temple property in view.
Come on.
What's my second general order? I don't know. Receive, obey, and pass on the essential relief all orders of the commanding officer, non-commissioned officers of the guard only. What is the second general order? I can't remember it right now. But I've been up here teaching you some Islam for the last hour without being able to memorize it. Because it's in here.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So we had all these people at the community meeting in Charlotte. And it's documented on tape. Farrakhan's people showed up too. I didn't invite them. They heard about it somehow. I'll put flyers. Just me. I didn't put flyers in there, but I put flyers all over Charlotte. Barbershops, beauty salons, all over. Put it all over social, whatever it was of social media at that time. There was mostly message boards at that time. They heard about it and they came about 25 deep. See, what they expected to find there was just little old me.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
They didn't know that they were heading into a hornet's nest. There were brothers from Philadelphia. At that time, I had no idea who Abu Kwan Ali was and K. Salah. I didn't know who they were, but you could tell they was from Philly.
Killers and gorillas. Yep. Gangsters.
Brim caught like that.
Yep. I remember them, bro.
And they walking them down, keep it order. I didn't tell them what to do.
Go ahead.
The minister ain't tell them what to do. They did what needed to be done.
Go ahead.
Then here came Farrakhan's people with their captain. And he was sitting in the back and he kept taking out his cell phone at that time. At that time,
Yeah. Flip.
he kept flipping it over and he kept talking on the cell phone. And you could see the brothers from Philly was getting a little irritated.
Right.
They was irritated with him. So one of the brothers, I think it was K. Deuce, he said, brother, sit down. Stop all this up and down. You're disturbing the meeting. And so he wanted to blow his chest at K. Deuce. The next thing I know, K. Deuce is in his grill. The next thing I know, Minister Abu Kwan Ali come down off the rostrum, or he might have been in the audience, I can't remember. And now he is pit bulling on Farrakhan's captain. I'm trying to hold back Minister Abu Kwan Ali from tearing this captain of Farrakhan a new one. And I'm not. Y'all ever heard of old man strong? He had that old man strong. The nicest brother you will ever meet.
And she's pissed them off. Yep.
Oh my God, I couldn't pull him off.
Yeah.
So I finally got a little order. The meet, now all this going on, the meet's still going on. Whoever's teaching the teacher, I think about that time was either Minister Bachar or Minister Muhammad. I get them out in the hallway. So Farrakhan's captain out there, who are these brothers? Talking to me. Who are these brothers? They shouldn't be doing that. I said, I don't know who they are. Well, they shouldn't be. I said, well, you were disturbing the meet.
Go ahead.
Well, why are they doing that? I said, why were you disturbing the meet? Everything was cool, but you were disturbing the meet. Well, who are they? You don't know who they are. You should have control of it. I said, we're in perfect control. I said, you the one out of control.
Come on.
Well, then he said, then he made his biggest mistake. Well, they ain't gonna be here tomorrow. The meeting was on Sunday.
Right.
So he's saying to me,
Oh, yeah.
he's saying to me
once they go like
that they are not gonna be here tomorrow. I said, I know. Where are you gonna be tomorrow? I said, I'm gonna be right there with you.
Come on.
Damn.
You want to meet somewhere tomorrow and talk about it? No problem.
I know that's right.
Ain't nobody scared of this.
Right.
I ain't scared of you. And I went and met with him the next day.
Right.
I said, you know, brother, you know, I apologize for what happened. It was unfortunate. I said, but you shared some of that responsibility. See, had you alerted me that you were coming, I would have known, and I could have alerted the brothers that you were coming, and to just, you know, be a little easier. Or I could have greeted you and just let you know. Or I could have said something to you to let you know, just to keep things even. I said, but you bear some of the blame of this because you just came here because you was expecting to find just me there by myself. And next week you probably will find me by myself. And the week before that, you would have found me by myself. But I'm not here to stop anything you're doing. I said, you damn sure ain't stopping. That's how I'm talking to him. You damn sure not gonna stop anything I'm doing. You want to represent your minister? Go right ahead. I'm representing the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Well, my minister represents the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I said, okay, well, let him do that. I'm not stopping him. Go right ahead. What you worried about me for?
Come on.
They're worried about me, not just me. They're worried about anybody who puts forth what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches.
Come on.
Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches that ain't no sisters in charge, Detroit.
Come
The
on.
Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches that we're not putting no national or paraphernalia. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches that ain't no sister, even though she may be the editor of the paper, telling ministers what to write in the paper. He teaches that. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches that this is the uniform I gave to you. What does your minister do? He immediately goes and changes his uniform to some Burger King uniform. Some burger chef uniform with a burger hat, one of them with the Nehru collar. That's not the messenger's uniform.
Come on.
The uniform you see the brothers wear here in temple number 15, that is the messenger's uniform.
See.
And mine is over, my blue one is over 25 years old.
Come on.
And I have not altered it once. Why y'all finally coming back to wearing the uniform that the messenger teaches that should be worn? What did y'all go through all that mess wearing that other uniform for? Now you back to what the messenger said we should wear. Because you done seen us wearing it all this time, right? You had almost put the messenger's uniform back in the grave the way Wallace put it in the grave. Because Wallace is a modern day Jacob. Your minister taught so.
See.
He told the believers to throw away all the messenger's lessons. He told the believers throw away those old uniforms. We got the writers now coming. We're gonna get to the writers now. My daddy was a good man. He was a master. My daddy was a master, and we're coming down. That's what that mumbling, bumbling Wallace did, and your leader supported him. Then he breaks away in 1977, 78, saying he's going to rebuild the messenger's work. Wears the uniform a few times. Next thing you know, he's coming out with this Burger King uniform. But a few of us, just a few of us, said, no, we're going to get the messenger uniform. Over 25 years ago, we started wearing it. I got 3 of them. I got the blue one a couple years later, I got the brown one and the green. The messenger had a uniform color every day of the week. Brown, tan, white, blue, black, maroon, green. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Yes, sir.
Every day, and the sisters had a color for every day of the week as well.
Come on.
We didn't grow into the fullness of that because the modern day Jacob, Wallace, and his chief mouthpiece and international representative, Louis Farrakhan, taught against that and destroyed it. Now here come the poor righteous teachers trying to pick it back up. But does Detroit say anything about that in their raggedy fish wrap of a newspaper? No. damn thing. So list me with all that talk of unity you say you have.
Right. Go ahead.
You don't want to unify with nobody who will tell you that what you're doing is not proper.
Go ahead.
But we're not going to get mad at you if you're doing something that's not proper. We'll tell you once, but as long as it's not too bad, we're not going to kick you to the curb over it. But we'll say, hey, brother, maybe it's not a good idea that you put the national on a laundry bag. People putting filth, dirty clothes in a laundry bag. People are putting their stinky, raggedy socks when they pick the toe jam out their toe from the socks when they're playing basketball, and they throwing all that on top of our national. I mean, just think, brother. I mean, that's probably not,
Right.
probably not. But did you check with anybody beforehand? Of course you didn't. You spiritually masturbated with yourself. And your own crazy self said, oh yeah, this is a good idea. And you went and slapped it on the lunchbox. Soon after that unity meeting in Charlotte, and all this time we're getting converts. Well, where are they now? It's not the minister's job to make the believers stay. Our job is to offer them the truth. Give them the opportunity to reclaim their own and continue to train them. But it's not our job to make them stay. If they fall out, that's on them. We as brothers will reach out to them, but we're not going to beg them.
Go ahead.
The message said, they leave the temple. I don't go chasing after them. I lead them to Allah.
Right.
We do the best we can, but it's not the minister's job to make sure. So all the people who reclaim their own and they fell out for whatever reason, whatever their reason is, that ain't on the minister. But of course, you don't know that. So we're all the ones that you bring in. Ain't nobody coming out to hear you. Ain't nobody, not too many people listening to you except a bunch of other moves. Who the hell know who the hell you are? You know, we're in a whole new time now.
Go ahead.
The last 6,000 years, signified by those 6 white stripes, we're under a new paradigm. For trillions of years, the wise man of the East, black man, has made history to equal his home circumference, a year for every mile. And each of those miles corresponded to a divine one who sat on a council, 24 of them. Nearly 25,000 miles, 24,896 miles in diameter, nearly 25,000 miles. That 24 corresponds to the 24 scientists who don't live forever, but live for 1,000 years or so,
Come on.
die and are replaced by their sons. That's the 12 and the 12. 12 equals 12 inches is a foot. That's a ruler. That's where you get your ruler from.
Come on.
They've been guiding the planet. And the religion or the way of life has always been the nature of the original man. It didn't have a name given until this time period. That council of divine circle of council of leaders, one of whom sits as God or judge over the other 23, deciding what is to go into the history.
Come on.
That council, during all those trillions of years, again, members changing, members dying, members being replaced, the general public not knowing who those members are, they were not sending prophets, messengers, and warners from themselves to warn the people. This one is for the Muslims, especially y'all in Detroit, because y'all, I know y'all don't know this. That divine council that has been governing the affairs of the Nation of Islam has not been sending out messengers and prophets from themselves to guide and warn the people. Until this time period. Why this time period? Because they saw a Jacob coming up in this period who would take the sheep of Nathan and crossbreed those sheep, selectively breed those sheep into a new type of sheep.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So concerning the lost found nations of Islam, they would not reclaim their own unless they have a thorough knowledge of themselves. So they sent a messenger from themselves. That, see, I told you that it comes back to me from time to time. Why? Why did they have to send a messenger from themselves in this time period? Because a Jacob would come up who would manufacture, or rather graft, a new people described scripturally as sheep. Lord have mercy. Y'all thought it was farm animals they was talking about, man. Come on. If there's an animal in the Bible, or an object in the Bible, and if it is described with human characteristics, doing things like talking, walking, flying, trees don't talk, fool. Dragons don't talk. Snakes don't talk. That's describing a man, a symbolic description. So since symbolically a new man of evil would come up during this time, a divine council must give the righteous a way to redeem themselves, even in the face of the new evil that was predicted would come up. So they sent messengers from themselves. That has only been done during the last 6,000 years. Come on. Wasn't no messengers being sent to the people prior to 6,000 years ago. They didn't need messengers. They had the divine guidance from their own self. Living the life of a righteous Muslim. But in the time of a new man on the planet,
Right.
guidance must be given.
Right.
So that all praises are due to Allah, by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So that those who truly want it would not be helpless sheep, ready to be prey to ravenous Jacob wolves.
Come on.
So the Bible only recounts the time from Adam to the second coming of Adam. Only 6,000 years. And in that 6,000 years, you have Adam. It's divided into periods of 2,000 years. From the Adam of 6,000 years ago, that's the genealogy of the Bible. You go back to Adam, you can only go back generations to 6,000 years.
That's right.
From Adam to Moses is 2,000 years.
Go ahead.
From Moses to the historical Jesus of 2,000 years ago is 2,000 years.
Right.
From the historical Jesus of 2,000 years ago to today, which everyone is expecting someone.
Right.
Not something, not some spook, not some spirit, but someone. Is 2,000 years from the historical Jesus to the Christians say the second coming of Jesus.
Right.
The Jews say the Messiah or Al-Masih. The Muslims say Al-Masih or the Mahdi. They say it's two people, the Mahdi and the Messiah.
Come on.
But everybody's looking for a man.
Right.
And during that time, those are the major messengers, warners, or prophets in the old sense of the word. There were minor prophets and messengers throughout that time, described in both the Bible and the Quran, to guide the people on the path of God. Why they need guidance? Because now they're walking in darkness.
Go ahead.
So the Bible said the people walked in darkness. But it also says those who walked in darkness has seen a great light.
Come on.
You don't see me reading none of this.
Come
It
on.
says here in the Muhammad Speak newspaper that those who walked in darkness have seen a great light.
Come on.
call yourself a damn minister.
Go ahead.
Bible says those who walked in darkness have seen a great light, and upon them hath the light shined. Matthew, the 25th chapter, I believe, says, as lightning shineth out of the east,
Come on.
even unto the west. Where's the east? Africa,
Come on.
Asia, Arabia.
Come on.
It's really all the same place. The white man dug the Suez Canal and make you think it's two different places. I ain't got time to go into all that. It's the same place.
Come on.
The rich Nile Valley, the Garden of Eden, heaven. As lightning shineth out of the east, even unto the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Wherever the eagles are gathered together, there shall the carcass be. What is the eagle? It's the symbol of America. It's a bird of prey, but it's an opportunistic bird of prey. It will just as soon scavenge as it will prey on live things.
Come on.
And it has been picking your bones now for over 400 years. You are the carcass.
See.
You are the remains of a once great people. You are the ones that walked in darkness. And lightning has flashed in your midst. And it has temporarily blinded you. But for an instant, it lets you see enough to walk a little further. And another flash comes, and you walk a little further, you can see.
Right.
And another one comes, and another one comes. Some of you gotten so blind now that you slapping the national flag on paraphernalia, on lunch boxes, and on laundry bags. That's how blind you become by lightning flash. Mocking those of us who believe the messengers are alive. When he said, you find no grave for Elijah. You can't find it in the Bible.
Right.
Got all kinds of sayings from the messenger. If it pleases Allah, I'll be with him in the end.
Come on.
Some of you might be surprised when you see me and Allah together in the end. We won't be. Y'all niggas will.
Go ahead.
Come on.
Teach you how to eat to live, that it can cure any disease, any ailment,
Right.
and that it can make you live 1,000 years.
Right.
But you same jackasses who say the messenger's dead, I asked them back then when she was asking me about this article. She said, like a little snake, they don't want to ask another person a direct question. They try to ask you the question for them. What does Minister John, she asked me, does Minister John Muhammad believe the messenger's alive?
All right.
She asked me this.
Right.
Dummy. I said, if you want to know what Minister John Muhammad believes, why don't you, or better yet, your husband, have a discussion with him? I said, ask me the same question.
Come on.
And I answered it, and I gave her all the quotes of the messenger. But I said, forget all what I said about the messenger. Here's how you cut through the BS with people who want to stick constantly. I have no problem with you believing the messenger's dead, but there's something wrong with you if you got to constantly rebury him. Something's wrong with you.
Come on.
When the Holy Quran says, speak not of the dead as though they are dead.
Go ahead.
I said, this is how you really fool a stupid person. I said, let me ask you something. Forget the messenger being alive. I said, I don't care what you believe one way or another. I don't care less. Believe whatever you want. I don't care. It's not going to stop me from being your brother. Is the Savior alive? Is Master Farad Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever, alive?
Come on.
You know what the answer is from the people like this, man? Almost to a T.
Well, you know.
The first thing they do is they're stunned that you even ask them that.
Right. Right.
Or they'll say something like, well, that's not the question that, I said, I'm putting that question to the side.
Right.
I don't care what you think about whether the message is alive. I don't care. I'm asking you a different question now, so I know who I'm dealing with. Do you believe that Master Farad Muhammad is alive?
Come on.
First thing is they don't want to answer you.
That's right.
Because I guess sometimes they know how stupid they look.
Right.
If they say the answer that they really believe. If they really believe that he was alive, they would immediately say yes.
Go
That's
ahead.
right.
But in their infinite stupidity and retardedness, they believe that the Savior is dead.
Go ahead.
But they don't want to say that to you because it makes you look real stupid. If the Savior is dead, who the hell are you representing?
Come on.
Who the hell's going to kill the white man?
Come on.
So you know what her answer was?
What's that, bro?
I don't know. And you know what I said to myself then? You're an idiot.
That's right.
Go ahead.
You're stupid. You don't know. So you just up here selling bean pies, bread, and paraphernalia. That's what you're doing. Right? You don't believe in nothing.
Right.
The Holy Quran don't call us the knowers. It calls us the believers.
That's right.
You got Muslims so stupid. If Master Farad Muhammad Sallallahu show them to us, nigga, get out of my face. Get away from me. You're stupid. You're an idiot. But that's what happens under the religion of Jacob. Right? And if you haven't realized it so far, Jacob is who we were taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He is Yaqub.
Go ahead.
That's his real name.
Go ahead.
And his religion is a mystery God teaching.
Mm.
Really, at the root of his teaching is to make himself the God. Jacob or Yaqub is the God of this world.
Come on.
Right.
He is the God of Christianity. And he is the God of old world Orthodox Islam.
Go ahead.
Now, my Muslim brothers in the East, I'm not saying this to condemn you, but I'm saying the leadership of Islam in Arabia that is in bed with America
Come on.
are disciples of Jacob
Go ahead.
and his religion. Yaqub.
Go ahead.
They believe in a mystery God.
That's right.
Their wealth is inordinate. While they have people, dark people in Arabia, starving to death.
Right.
While they say nothing about innocent Palestinians being murdered by exploding pagers. They say nothing about it. Why? Because it is the religion of Jacob. Yaqub. He grafted or crossbred sheep.
That's right.
Sheep represent people. And that people is a new race on the planet. So really, I think I've given you way too much today. Not enough, but way too much because I have to get back on the road.
Yes, sir.
But I pray that we said something to you to wake you up. Well, I don't like how you was talking about them in Detroit. Tell them in Detroit that you don't like how they've been doing everybody else. Tell them that. Then I'll accept your criticism to me. Is what I did right? No. Did the messenger do that? Yes, sometimes he did. Did the ministers of the message do that? Not as an honor. No, usually not. But there was no significant opposition. There was no craziness going on
Right.
during the time of the messenger that had to be addressed. Unfortunately, in this time, we got to make it clear. No, we told you the right thing to do, and you didn't want to listen to us.
Go ahead.
We suggested it to you, and no, we're not with that.
Right.
Have you, like a brother or sister, done the same with us? No. Haven't done it. Haven't even had the courtesy, not even the common courtesy. I've had discussions with your assistant minister. Then I realized, you know what? This is a one-way conversation. I'm always the one that calls. Guess who ain't calling no more? Who the hell is training him?
Come on.
Who trained him?
Go ahead.
Where'd you get your ex from?
Uh-oh.
Whose ministers class are you in? What ministers are you consulting with? What ministers are training you? If you can't answer them questions, me and Minister Muhammad answer that question all the time, even though y'all don't ask it. Because we know what Negroes are thinking. But again, under the religion of Jacob, all this kind of madness and nonsense can happen. Somebody can just stand up, well, Kevin and Eric stood up and be minister. I'm going to stand up and be a minister too.
Right.
Y'all didn't see all that work that I've been talking about over the last 25 years
Right.
going into this.
Mm.
We didn't just stand up. We didn't go from private soldier in Muhammad's Temple 15 to the streets, to the front of the rostrum in somebody else's temple.
Mm.
We didn't do that. We put in work
Hey.
all up and down this country. From New Orleans to Philadelphia
Mhm.
and numerous cities in between. We've been doing the last 25 years.
Mm.
What's your track record? Other than stumbling through Muhammad's Temple number 15 and falling out.
Mhm.
He made me mad. He made me mad too. You see me fall out of Islam?
Wait. Go ahead, Buzzman.
Let me stop rambling and let me get out of here. So with that, we're gonna bring this to a close. We're gonna continue this religion of Jacob.
Praise be to God.
All praise to God. So as I came before you in peace, I'm going to leave you in the universal greetings of peace and of paradise in our original language of Assalamu alaikum.
Wow,
Thank
leave
you,
us alone.
Father. All praise to you, for the honorable